Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. I am Mackie from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Margaret.
Hello,
Dr.
everyone.
Margaret.
That's
I
right.
was just going
Thank
to
you
correct
for
you
the
there.
clarification.
That's
Coming
right.
at you from Ontario, Canada, where it's another cold, sunny day today, but spring is around the corner. And I'm pretty
don't
sure
be
sound too
holding out
enthused
for
about
that.
it.
No,
well,
I
the
wouldn't be
groundhog
either.
said early spring, so I'm hanging all my hopes on that.
That's
If
all right.
not, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Fingers crossed
We're
the
gonna
groundhog was
Push
correct.
on, Margaret.
Oh.
What's that?
Yeah, fingers crossed the
Said we're gonna
groundhog was
push on.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see a shadow, so it's 6 weeks more winter.
Oh, I didn't press
Oh, that's
record.
not what happened.
Hold on.
Oh
on
no,
for a
quick.
second.
What do you mean
didn't
that's not
press
what happened?
record.
There we
Let's all
go.
get professional.
Recording in progress.
There we go.
Didn't
Oh
see the
my
shadow.
goodness.
Start
go.
again. Start again.
Start again.
No.
Oh,
No, it's all right.
professional.
It's all right. I'll
What
just get it from
happened?
YouTube. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's Freenog's fault.
Yes,
Fucking didn't
David.
If
remind
you
us.
didn't
Julie.
hit record,
That's right.
Yeah.
did you
That's
miss
right.
that brilliant intro from moi?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Professional.
I'll get it from the YouTube. Don't worry.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah. What can you
figure it
do?
out.
What can you do?
I
We'll
told
get
you,
used to
Margaret,
it,
we weren't
you know?
ready today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a hard week. It's been a long, long
Yeah.
week, man. But anyway, yes, we have John. Everybody.
Even mute the mic now, then, innit?
Yes, hello from the great state of Minnesota, everybody. I am also like Margaret. It is a sunny, cold day today, but it's not blowing like a hurricane. So I'm happy about it.
Nice.
Yeah, there's that.
What are you saying, Billy?
Saying hello, hello.
Beautiful.
Okay.
It's reasonable here.
Yeah.
It's not the
The
best.
weather changed for you much? Because it's been nice here in the central
Yeah.
of UK.
It's changed back to fog instead of rain.
All right, that's not so bad.
Yeah, that's all
So
right.
the water is constantly in the air instead of just
Yeah, so it's
falling
just
all the time.
constant.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I saw some blue sky
Okay.
today. It was really
What?
nice to see blue sky up there. Sometimes it's blue.
Blue
I know we don't see it very often, but sometimes there's blue in the sky. You might see it.
Wow.
Yeah. And the clouds
Yeah, I
like
might watch
disperse
a
a little
video
bit,
of
so
it.
there's little patches of white fluff instead of just a constant blanket of whiteness. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really cool. Really
Okay.
cool.
Nice.
How it changes like that sometimes. Yeah. We've also got Smee. What's up, Smee?
Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's been great today, actually, Mackie, as far as the weather's concerned. I hit
Nice.
14 degrees in the car.
Ooh. Well, in the car with the
Oh, it was
heating
having
on.
a heat wave.
Oh,
And there was this thing in right. There was this thing in the sky. It was like round and yellow. I started chucking rocks at it because I ain't seen it.
I've
for so
seen that
long.
before, yeah.
And I'm like,
Some
what the hell is that? So I
phenomena,
started
they call
chucking
it.
these rocks at
Yeah.
it, and it just didn't seem to go away. And then I
Mm-mm.
felt better as I was like looking at it, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. and
UFO
warm, and-
sightings going up, bro. I've heard about it. Yeah. Weird.
And then I remembered, oh yeah, it's that thing we call the sun.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Gosh. But we're saying all this, and Margaret's sitting there minus 10 degrees and shit. Goddamn.
Sorry,
Goddamn.
Margaret.
Really makes you appreciate
alright.
the crap
Yeah.
weather of the UK when Margaret comes on the show and tells us it's freezing. It's actually freezing here. Things don't survive here. You know what I mean? Gosh.
It's true.
Gosh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so that's the cannabis weather, everybody. Yeah, and it's
Good job.
yeah, man, we've
How's
got the cannabis
how's the
news and
weather
events,
your
of
end,
course.
Billy?
He said foggy.
Oh,
So
sorry, mate,
normal.
I missed that.
Normal. You're not listening
Mhm.
to me? You're not paying attention? Jesus. Are
Guess
you there
not.
playing Minecraft in the fucking background or something?
No, I promise you.
God
I
damn
am
it's me.
not.
He ain't been on all day. He needs his fix. He's got to fire it up and play it in the background.
Damn it,
Jesus.
caught me.
Yeah, in between
That's
between
right.
stories and shit.
Everybody's just got addicted to Minecraft this week. Gosh. It's out of
Mhm.
control, man. Yeah, but we have the cannabis news and events. We have 5 stories to cover, and then in the grow guides later on, we're going to be talking about the dark side of growing. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. It's going to be
I'm
scary.
kind of scared.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
scary. I'm going to try and convince some of you guys not to grow. Well, not really. We're just saying, when you do grow, beware of this. Except you can't convert me, Mackie, says Freenugs. Is that a fucking challenge, Freenugs? Viking just
I think
2
he's
days
talking about-
ago.
I think he's talking about, yeah.
Yeah, Viking was saying how much he hates Minecraft and it's crap just 2 days ago, and now he's fucking addicted. He's addicted. We ain't seen him for 2 days. Just Minecrafting the whole time. Just dug a long strip mine.
You
Will
are
not
trying to
play
convert people,
Minecraft.
though.
Another
That's right.
I will say you
That's
are trying
right.
to convert
Kind of. Well, Margaret, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Hello-
You're trying to convert me.
Hallowed are the Ori.
Another one
Yeah.
falls to the mine could.
That's right.
Yeah.
hmm
yeah.
I will
Good times.
resist
For now, Margaret. For
Margaret.
now.
the pressure.
Well, yeah. What you got this week, Margaret?
It
You
is
got
pretty
something
up
nice?
there.
Ouch. Oh, I have just a good old cannabis drinky poo.
It's drinking, but it's like Leahy. Remember Leahy?
I do.
I am the
do.
liquor.
Everybody loves Leahy. What do you mean?
I know. He was the best.
Yeah,
Oh.
legend,
He
great
was
character.
the best, man.
Yeah, man. Fucking hell.
I still call the liquor store the old LC.
Oh man,
The
it just
loyalty, yeah.
it reminded that one scene where he's dressed up as a bee and Randy's the flower. Remember that one?
Yes.
Jesus. If anybody hasn't seen Trailer Park
Oh.
Boys, you need to get on that shit. Jesus. Well, what you got, John? You got something nice?
I'm on a little bit of a cannabis edible, and
Woo.
got a little bit of
approved.
Wixie here with me.
Beautiful. Good choice.
You know?
Do the crossfade.
Yeah, just chilling. That's where we're at today.
Just
Minecraft had me all worked up. I needed to relax.
hmm That's right. I haven't even fired up the Mighty. I'm going to put some of this Blue Dream in the Mighty. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Ooh,
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go. What you got, Smee?
Yeah, I was a little bit late to the party today, as you know. So I had to rush in, but I've got some lemon tree in the mighty today, but that's it.
Go on.
That's all I've got. Today.
Okay.
You're not
okay.
hitting the
I'm
whiskey
edible.
today? No?
No, I haven't. I didn't have time to sort everything out, mate. I just grabbed the
Mhm.
mighty, grabbed my lemon tree, and ran upstairs to sort
Busy
this
day.
out.
That's right.
But I've had my normal edibles during the day that I have to take for my back and whatnot. So
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
mighty should take me off my base and into the recreational side of things. So
Ooh,
nice one.
wee.
That's right.
Yeah. What you
Get
saying,
after
Billy?
it.
What you got, bro? Billy?
More headbanger. My mic was
cool.
on mute a second. Yeah. Yeah, just more of that.
Nice, man.
Headbanger.
So same old shit technically. 'cause
Yeah.
It's more than 2 weeks. Yeah.
When you go to grab that, are you just banging your head as you're walking over to the bag to grab the bag and be like headbanger?
Yeah, I've got
headbanger?"
what's it called? The two headbanger dudes. What are they?
Status quo.
No,
no,
Wayne's
Oh,
World,
no,
isn't
the
it?
Beavis
cartoons.
and Butthead?
No, yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Oh, Wayne's World
Yeah.
going through my head at the time. Yeah. So
Yeah. Perfect.
Wayne's World.
That's
What a
what I'm
classic
talking about.
movie. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I quoted that earlier.
Yeah.
In the professionalism, wasn't it? Swing.
Yeah.
We're not.
She will be mine again. Oh, yes. She will be mine again. Yeah. Classic movie. I haven't seen that for so long. Yeah, we
Very
won't go on that
good.
movie
Yeah.
tangent. Jesus. Yes. Yeah, so there we go, everybody. And what we got in the chat there, we got Free Nugs. He said he's on some Northern Thunderfuck. Mad Dog's got
Okay.
some hash that was given to him by a friend. Very nice, sir. Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I'm liking it.
Cornerstone's got some coma stone.
I remember
Welcome
we had
to
the
this guy.
yeah.
yeah,
Well
quick
done.
news before
Well
we move
done,
on
Smee.
there, because we have to. We're at Cornerstone now. His name is Coma Stone. We was all there in the session because on the last Friday of every month we have a Patreon session where the patrons get in the Zoom room and we just chat random shit. And we were sitting there 2.5 hours into the session and we just hear some kind of grunting sound. And we realised it was Cornerstone fucking falling asleep, snoring in the background. so yeah, from
That's
now on we're calling him
hilarious.
Coma Stoned is what we're calling him
Yeah.
now.
We was all saying we was drawing the metaphorical dick on his head in
Yeah.
a pen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then he
So
come on the
full
forum the
whiteboard.
next day and he's like, "Oh, sorry, fell asleep, lad." Just like, "Oh, did you? We didn't realise." mate."
We did notice, mate. You should have recorded the end bits just so he could hear the conversation we had about him. Like,
Mhm.
just send it to him. Just send it to him in a message. Like, "Ha ha."
Funny.
Fucking legend, Cornerstone, legend.
Yeah.
Yes, good
Oh,
times.
Coma Stone,
Good times.
sorry.
Yep, calm
Yeah.
stand.
Yes, I
Oh.
want to know. Yeah, it was all in good jest, as we say.
Good stuff. Good
laugh.
stuff, everybody.
But we do have a lot of news to get to. So shall we
We
do
do.
that now? Are we ready for the news
Yes.
already? Let's do it.
Get
Let's go
after
to the
it.
news. Let's do it. So what we're gonna do first, man? What's the first one? We got a few to cover here. We got.
I mean,
Let's talk about Snoop Dogg first. I think. Let's get that one out of the way. What are you saying, Smee?
Snoop
This one's on
Dogg.
you.
okay.
Snoopy D or Double G is what they call him.
Yeah, in the Swansea City.
That's right. He owns half of a football club or something now. Did you know?
No, I
Well,
didn't.
No.
I
Yeah.
didn't until I read this
Yeah.
you sent me, and I kind of do now.
He's got so much money. He's investing in football
Yep.
teams now.
And shit ones. but
Everybody's
still,
he's,
got to
he's
start
trying to pull
ones.
a Ryan Reynolds
Mhm.
and Rob.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically copying.
He owns Wrexham, doesn't he, or something like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All Welsh teams out there. Wrexham,
I can't even
Swansea.
afford premium on Football Manager. These motherfuckers buying up teams, you know?
I personally don't get football, but
No, neither do I.
I'm
I'm
sure
only
they're on.
joking. I don't even know if they charge premium for that shit. Billy knows.
Hmm.
You play that football fucking shit, don't you, Billy?
Yeah.
The Football Manager
what
thing.
do you want to know? Yeah.
Did I have premium?
Premium?
Yeah, like you pay to play?
No, you just pay for the
Oh.
game, and the game's like a big database.
Okay.
So it's a single player game as such, really, but you can play it with your friends in online gaming. But yeah, there's no pay to play. That it's impossible.
All right.
It's one of the only games you just couldn't make to pay to play. You can use the editing system, so you could cheat yourself in your own game, but that's yourself cheating yourself. So, or you could do it to then maybe, or you could do it to learn stuff about the game. Okay, I need to do this because I'm struggling with this, so I need to make sure my team's got enough money to buy players, and then you learn about it, and then you wouldn't have to do that, if you know what I mean.
All right.
Or you want to edit some of your young players to be a little bit better, just to help you, and then you just learn, and then in the end you won't have to do it. Or people might do it because they choose to, but it doesn't affect other people's games. You couldn't do editing online without the game knowing either. So it's very fair system,
Right.
fair game
Right.
that way.
You went on
There's
for
no way of paying extra. So
You went on for a
yeah,
bit long there, Billy. We could
because
tell that
it's
you're
great.
passionate about this. Yeah.
Yep, I am. Also, no, just because there's so many fucking pay to play games out there, it's
Mhm.
just wank. Yeah,
Mhm.
it fucks me off. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is one that isn't. So that's
They're
what
all
I'm
like
on
that.
about.
That's why I like playing the Mega Drive, man. There's no updates. There's no pay to play. You just put the game in and you fucking play it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But anyway, we're going to talk about Snoop Dogg and owning a football team. What are we saying, Smee?
yeah.
Swansea
it's,
City, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Swansea
yeah.
City.
Oh.
Mhm.
It's Matos. Is that ours? Is that right, Billy? Matos declines to comment.
Matos.
Matos.
I know
Step
English
Tom
expert, yeah,
Matos.
Dr. Margaret's the English expert.
Yeah,
around here, mate.
Dr. Margaret.
I just thought you
she's
might
a
know what it
linguistic.
means.
Matos sounds
Nah,
good
mate.
to me.
Matos.
But
Sure,
Let's
let's
do
go
it.
with
Matos looks
that.
good to me.
I can get behind that.
Well,
Vitor Matos.
Vitor Matos, he declines to comment on the smell of weed claim.
Oh.
It's
Let's
smell
get
of
in-
cannabis,
let's get into
please.
them. He's declined to
Help.
comment. He's declined to comment on Paul Heckingbottom's suggestion that Swansea City players' tunnel smelled of cannabis during Tuesday's draw with Preston North End. Rapper Snoop Dogg was at the Swansea.com stadium in the midweek to watch the Swans in the flesh for the first time since becoming a co-owner of the Welsh club last July. So there we go. When asked after the
Boom.
game whether the presence of the American superstar had given the fixture an unusual feel, Preston manager Heckingbottom said his side only realised something was different because of the smell of weed in the tunnel. Oh, that's so funny. Swansea have not responded to Heckingbottom's comment, but when asked whether he had a view in the press conference on Thursday, head coach Matos said, "No, nothing special to comment on what Paul said."
Right.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Okay.
What a retort. Anyway, the only thing to say is that the chairman was probably happy as well as taking selfies with Snoop. So I have nothing to say about that. So all good.
Wow.
Though Matos used word chairman, it is understood that the he is referring to the Preston chief executive Peter Risdale, a former chairman of Cardiff City. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Dogg paraded around the pitch.
Paraded.
Before kickoff.
Paraded.
Sorry, mate. Snoop Dogg paraded around the field before kickoff as his hits played over the Swansea sound system. He waved a Snoop and Swansea branded towel above his head while the capacity crowd did the same and chanted, "Snoop Dogg's Barmy Army."
Snoop Dogg's Barmy Army. You know how they do their football chants. You know it, Billy.
That's how they do it.
Basically, you're almost
crazy.
close.
Yeah.
We're nearly there, are we, Billy?
Oh, they could sing "You're stoned," and you know you are. You're stoned.
Nothing
We
too
can smell
complex.
weed,
You know?
and we can smell weed.
Yeah, that was a
that'd
crap
be-
one. That was me.
Yeah, but it's more
Too many
story,
syllables.
right?
I mean, it's
Really
Swansea.
was.
They're a bit shit anyway,
Yeah.
Oh.
and they're Welsh, so they're going to be slightly of the low IQ, apparently.
Jesus, Billy. Gosh.
There's no racism around here, though.
Flags. Flags.
Allegedly.
Sorry, Smee.
Allegedly.
Do you want to carry
No,
on
no,
before
no,
Billy
that's
gets
cool.
more flags there? Gosh.
The
Gosh.
54-year-old
Before you start talking
who...
about sheep, you mean?
Oh, God. You see? Quick, Smee.
Okay, you're
It's
moving
too
on. The
slow.
54-year-old who was joined in Wales by the sizable entourage watched the first half of the game from the director's box and the second half from the lounge in the stadium. He then went into the home dressing room after the 1-1 draw. Matos says the involvement of Snoop Dogg alongside fellow celebrity corners Luka Modric and Martha Stewart.
That's
Wow.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's funny when
Wow.
I see that. I thought, wow, Martha Stewart as well. They're
That's what
part
I
of a
thought.
business group.
Oh.
There's 3 other American business leaders who probably Martha Stewart probably knows personally, I would assume, or is involved in some way because she's a media personality. So it might be part of the agency she belongs to, if you know what I mean. So
Maybe
they
so.
bought it, and obviously Luka Modric, he is actually a Croatian football legend and probably one of the best midfielders to ever exist. He
Oh,
captained
I didn't
Real Madrid, won loads of trophies. Probably the most decorated footballer of all time, possibly even.
Wow.
So they've got someone
So
that knows
he-
what they're doing then, really, haven't they?
Yeah, so like they've got someone that knows they're doing football wise, and Snoop with a lot of personality and promotional with stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're going to be
Mhm.
obviously well popular. He's probably
Marketing
got like 100,
genius.
150 what it says. He's got 155 social media followers, so like that's a little bit of promotion in it. And obviously he's wearing their club shirt, so they're probably going to sell like 10 million of them straight away.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
going to 50 quid a go. That's like a lot of money being generated there straight in. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's can see why.
Yeah, man. Snoop Dogg is a marketing genius as well. Remember when he said he's going to quit the smoke and he needs some time to just
Yeah. Turn it
just
to be an ad.
for a
Get back to
smokeless
business.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was funny. That was
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius. You want to carry on, Smee?
Yeah, so with Snoop Dogg, Luke, Martha Stewart, shows that Swansea are trying to do something different and trying to grow. There's noise, there's more cameras as well, but there's parts of it, and we need to know how to handle what. Sorry, we need to know how to handle with that, and we need to know how to stay stable. Matos added. There's a lot of things you can gain in regarding the visibility, the fans, the name of the city, the name of the club, everywhere in the world. Our focus in terms of manager and players is just on the games and on the performance. So he's trying to stay away from all the media stuff and the Snoop Dogg brings with it, and he's just trying to
Right.
concentrate on the games. It was, although this article was focused on this Matos geezer, it kind of got away with when Snoop Dogg was introduced into it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, even myself, halfway through reading it, forgot it was about Matos's take on the smell of cannabis in the tunnel, and not about Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
That was just the clickbait fucking
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
title. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, honestly.
It's
So
crazy
he's
though. I
focusing
wonder.
on the games, is what he's saying, and he's not focusing on the noise that comes with it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if any of us just stood in the tunnel there at Swansea Football Stadium and was smoking a spliff, making it stink of weed, would we just have no interest paid to it? You know, it's
Yeah.
fine, carry on. Or would the old Bill come and scoop us up and want to see our prescription? And if it's out of date, then we're going to get arrested.
We'd be
Remember
leaving
last week's
horizontally,
story?
Right.
wouldn't we?
Yeah,
We'd be hog-tied and leaving
Mhm.
horizontally. It's as simple as that.
yeah.
Sorry
And I know
for
he's the
butchering
owner
this,
and shit, but
read it.
still, the law applies to all of us equally, right?
It should
Right?
ought
No,
to.
should.
Ought to. That is the theory, the
yeah.
concept.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, that's just the way it goes, isn't it? That's just the way it goes. I'm not saying Snoop Dogg is doing anything wrong, of course, by consuming cannabis. It's just
Right.
we should all be held by the same standards. We should all be
Yeah,
allowed
the authorities
to
are
consume
doing
cannabis.
something wrong by
Right.
using a double standard.
Yeah.
Allowing
Mhm.
one person to get away with it because of his celebrity status compared
Mhm.
to just Joe Blogs.
Yeah,
But
man.
We're seeing that now more and more every day, aren't we?
Yeah.
In every
Absolutely.
shape.
Yeah.
So-
Rules for thee and rules for me.
Mm-hmm. Madness, man.
Very,
Madness.
very
But
good.
we won't do it like for the last few weeks. We've always had good opportunities to drop something about that list, you know. But we're not going to do it today. We're not going to mention the list at all. Not even just.
No,
You know?
no, not even
No.
in passing
That's right.
or
We're just going to
Yeah.
completely ignore it.
innuendo.
What
So
list?
just disregard the last 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah, please.
Of
Exactly.
that.
All right.
Do you know the Men in Black where you get that flashy machine?
Big boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's right.
set to 30
Neuralizer.
seconds. Yeah.
Ding. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie.
Make it just
Mhm.
flashed everyone.
Random tangents. Sorry, everybody, but have you all seen? Because we just spoke about Men in Black, and it reminds me of back in the day when we used to have real movies that were good. And one of the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
famous movie stars back in the day was Jim Carrey. And this week,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's like we've got this war in Iran going on. Spoiler alert, in case you didn't know. We got, this whole
No
list
spoiler
thing,
there.
the whole list thing that we're not going to mention, and a new drop of more files from the list that we're not going to mention. All this shit's going on, but the whole internet is on fire right now with conspiracies of that's not Jim Carrey. So what the fuck, man?
It is a little weird.
I've
that he's
seen
on our
that.
head.
Yeah, it is. It is. The videos,
is a
I mean,
little
the pictures are weird, but you have to watch the video as well to hear the way he's talking. 'cause
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like him at all.
No, because he was
Right,
pretty
like, there's a
anti
little
lot of
bit.
shit.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It is weird looking. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what are we talking about when I first heard it? And I'm like, I gotta go check this out.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it and I'm like, I can see how people think that's him, but like it doesn't look like him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
But
now
then who is
I'm
it?
also like waiting. I don't know, some doppelganger guy.
Doppelganger at an award show, though?
Yeah. Why
Maybe.
even send him?
Like, they're just like, he kind of looks like Jim Carrey. Bring him in.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I don't think it
look at
looks
how many
like that.
people. Yeah, but how many people there know who he is? I mean, I don't know who was all there because wasn't it in France? That's where it was at, right?
I
But
think
it
it
was
might have been,
speaking
yeah, I
French.
don't
It might
really
have
know.
been in Canada.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I don't know where it was at, but either way, like, wouldn't you think that all the celebrities that know him would be like,
Who the hell are you?
who is that?
Mm-mm.
That's not him. You know what I mean?
Weird.
Yeah. Matrix.
Mm-hmm. Very
Did
strange.
a reset.
So yeah, I thought I'd just bring up that random tangent because that's been a huge piece of news this week. Probably
Yeah.
the biggest piece of news this week, regardless of everything else going on in the world. Was
That's the biggest
Jim
piece of
Carrey.
news?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Ridiculous. Oh, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it should be the biggest piece. It's just more of the news I'm seeing everywhere right now as I scroll through all the feeds. You're just seeing stuff about Jim Carrey, and there's definitely far more
Mhm.
important things going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Right.
But let's talk about
Right.
cannabis some more. You know?
More news. More news.
Yeah, what are you saying, John? Let's go on to your story here, man.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about it a little bit. I thought this was kind of a good title, but marijuana kiosks for seniors are coming to independent living communities across Arizona.
Yeah.
And I thought, are we just going to have like kiosks where you go up and you pick it like a pop machine? And whatever comes out, I'll take 5 gummies, I'll take a bag of Blue Dream. But
That's
we'll
pretty
find
fucking
out
cool.
what this actually
But how do you
means.
show your
Like,
ID to buy it?
Well, maybe you have to put it in. Has a ID reader. I don't know.
Mm.
I have no idea. So, continuing on, senior residents in Arizona independent living communities could soon see a different kind of care service available in their neighborhoods. Kiosks allowing them to view and buy cannabis products from licensed dispensaries. The retailer Life is Chill. It's that's the name of the company, everybody. The Life is Chill and cannabis technology company Lovebud announced on Thursday that they were partnering for the launch of the novel initiative, which will involve deploying the kiosks in participating senior living communities that residents can use to learn about and order cannabis products for delivery. Okay, so it's not just giving it to them right there, everybody. It's a delivery service type of deal.
Right.
So we are so a little bit different, but okay, they could have done it from their phones, I would think. Just me. We are launching something Arizona has not seen yet, a kiosk experience that makes ordering simple when ordering from licensed dispensaries. James Watkins, CEO of Love Bud, said in a press release, this creates a clear revenue opportunity for smaller dispensaries and gives customers a guided way to place orders with confidence. With a focus on education, the kiosks are meant to help seniors make informed decisions about their cannabis purchases while helping facilitate access through the delivery service that can be especially useful for residents without means of transportation to the dispensaries.
So what you're saying is they have to go to these machines, and like you said, they might as well use their phone, but I suppose then they can't confirm who people are or something. So they go to these kiosks
Maybe.
instead and order, and it gets delivered to them there or something.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming. Well, I'm guessing since they're in a community, it's kind of like everybody living in the same area. You know what I mean? And there's probably a kiosk just at like the I don't know, community room at the place.
Wow.
So you just walk from your little little, I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe it's an apartment, maybe it's a townhome or whatever, and just go hit up the old kiosk.
Weird.
That'd be awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
Bob,
That wouldn't be so bad.
you want to wheel down to the kiosk?
Go
You know what I
down
mean?
their little their golf carts down to the kiosk.
You know what I mean?
That's probably what they're doing.
Hey, Bob, I'm just about to order
Right?
some kush. Is there anything you want before I seal the deal here? Okay, no. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
The geese are
That's
green.
funny to me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice. That was solid right there.
Thanks.
I like that.
Thanks.
All right, let's continue on, see what else I got to say. So Dana Lillisthal, Life is Chill senior education advocate, said the kiosk model can improve access and education for older adults who want a straightforward, guided experience. When people can review clear product information at the point of ordering and choose delivery, it can remove common barriers and support more informed decisions, she said. Not all independent senior living communities in Arizona will be involved in the rollout, but for those that do permit cannabis for their senior residents and incorporate the kiosks, the new initiative could help improve access while providing information about what types of products could best suit a given senior. Meanwhile, in Arizona, senators recently approved a pair of measures that would make the act of creating excessive amounts of cannabis smoke or odor a criminal nuisance punishable by jail time, even if the person is using cannabis in compliance with state law in their own homes. Also in the state, anti-cannabis activists are working to put an initiative on the state's November ballot that would significantly roll back its voter-approved cannabis legislation law. Boo, don't do that. And a GOP congressional lawmaker said recently he'd like to see his state take that action, but he also acknowledged that President Trump's recent federal rescheduling order could complicate that prohibitionist push. And this all looks like more news, not really about the story, right?
No, I was just looking up Dana Lillisthal because that name rings a bell. I was wondering if she's been on the show before.
I was wondering, how do you...
Yeah, I mean...
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the rest of it is just about the, the ballots and them wanting to squash cannabis, apparently. So, like, we don't need to read that. That's not about the original story.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I think it's very cool because these senior guys, they might not be able to get out of the place. You know, they're stuck in the retirement
Yeah.
community. And, you know, maybe they don't want to go out. Maybe they're happy where they are, and they just want a nice, easy way
Right.
that they can get some cannabis. I think it's cool, making it easily accessible for folk like that.
I hope it does come out to be that it's got a lot more education in it and like more information for people. Because I feel like whenever I've gone to the dispensary, it's never really gone that way.
Mm.
You know, it's just like, what do you want? We have this, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Pushing you through type of thing. Whereas here, they could just be hanging out on their golf cart, pull up the kiosk, and read some stuff and order what they want.
Yeah.
Without any problems, I guess.
Yeah, man. Sounds like a good idea. Crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's just,
We've
it's
had a
just
few
mad.
stories lately. But a few stories lately about old folk and how it's helping them. Do you think the stigma of cannabis and the devil's lettuce is wearing off with the old people?
Dude, it's going to have to, isn't
For
it?
some, I feel.
Because this is like, I think this is the third thing we've had. The first one was helping with the brain, wasn't it, and memory and such.
Yeah.
And, such. And then now this, where they're wanting a kiosks and delivery service. It's as if, as if they're waking up and going, well, it's not that devil's lettuce we was led to believe in the first place.
You know what I mean? There's Dorothy over there. She smokes the ganja every day. She's fine. You know what I mean?
She's
Yeah,
feeling
man.
great.
Yeah, which would
She was so
encourage
happy
other
at
seniors
bingo
to
the
try
other
it too.
night.
You know what I mean? She missed the bingo because she was so high, you know? She had a straight line she didn't even know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. All good things. All good things.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we talking? We got some Dutch news, some news from the Netherlands. What are you saying there, Billy? What's going on with this hemp strain or some shit?
Yeah, so basically the Dutch have been doing the things that Dutch do, and that's engineering plants. And this one's the new hemp variety, basically. So
Right.
a new hemp variety, so it's been approved by the EU, and it could eventually change change Europe's leading legacy for their fiber cultivars. So it's called Carmenecta. So that's quite funny, but anyway,
Well
developed by
pronounced
the
there, Billy.
Dutch.
You did good.
But okay, cheers. By the Dutch Italian genetics specialist Enecta, outpaced several leading European varieties in height and yield, according to the trials that are part of the EU plant approval process. So Carmenecta was approved for inclusion in the Dutch national catalogue this week, triggering a listing at the EU level. So and clearing the way for the seed to be marketed for cultivation across the block. So you probably better buy seeds for this, I assume then. Jacopo Paolini, Enecta's founder,
That's a
said,
2.
A 2? You think so? That wasn't that bad. That was
Jacopo
a solid 6.
Paolini.
Yeah, I think you did all right, Billy. Don't listen to John. He doesn't know how to pronounce colour.
Anyway,
Listen how he pronounces fucking roots, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Fuck. Sorry, Billy. You carry on. You ignore
Sorry,
John,
Billy.
Billy.
I will carry on and ignore that unlinguistic.
I heard you.
The irony of trying to, the irony of trying to say somebody can't speak properly while making up words of your own,
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about. That's what English is about, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
I love
That's
Sunday.
right.
Crap with words too.
Let's go. So planting seeds be available in 2 years for the 2028 growing season. There you go.
Beautiful.
In the trials, Carmenecta posted an estimated dry biomass yield of about 16.9 tonnes per hectare, slightly ahead of the trio French varieties and one Ukrainian variety against which it's compared. And obviously the Ukrainian variety has not been grown recently or as much for some reason. So Carmenecta could also outpace historic Italian fibre varieties as well, which are mostly used at the minute, including the Carmagnolia, long considered its flagship fibre hemp cultivar. So yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? It was leading that,
So,
but obviously
I got a question.
Yeah.
Are all these strains start with karma? Like
No, yeah, from this company.
Carmenectra?
They do.
I was just wondering if it was like a Dutch thing or something. where they just came up with their names like that. You know what I mean?
think it's from the companies that that
Ah.
originally done it.
Okay. Okay.
Where are we? So the commercial relevance, the performance indicators come from the Dutch VCU, which is the value of cultivation and use. It's a trial and part of the official European system used to evaluate new hemp varieties. The VCU testing is generally required before a cultivar can be approved for a national list or the EU plant catalogue. In the Netherlands, registration and VCU oversight is through the Dutch Board for Plants and Varieties, the Rad voor Plantenrassen. Plantenrassen.
Have you got that one? Margaret, do you know this one? Because I know you do German, which is very close to Dutch in the pronunciation.
I gotta see it.
Rad
Oh,
voor
that-
Plantenrassen.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. I don't think that's German. That's Dutch
Seven
or
for
something.
seven
Yeah.
for that then, Billy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is Dutch, so I assume it's Dutch.
Mhm.
So for fiber processors and growers, the listing in the EU catalogue determines which genetics can be scaled commercially and traded across borders, shaping the raw material base for Europe's developing hemp fiber economy. So moving forward, the Carmenectra's approval comes after Enectra suffered a crippling blow in 2025 when the Italian government shut down the company's CBD e-commerce website without warning.
Damn.
It's important. Yeah, I know.
That's a dick
an
move.
important milestone for us, especially considering everything that has happened over the past year. Paolini said that the Common Extra breakthrough we all still need in the recovery phase, and after the shutdown, the economic damage we suffered, and we can still definitely still feel the impact. He said that we still are doing our very best to move forward step by step. So, the key indicators for several leading European fiber hemp varieties in plant height and tons per hectare and dry mass yield, industrial hemp yields, and widely dependent on local factors such as soil quality, rainfall, temperature, and day length conditions, which differ substantially between Northern Europe and more southern production zones. So, in the tests, you've got what the Carmenectra, which from the Netherlands was the tallest at 364 centimeters, and it yielded 16.9 tons. You've got the
Damn.
Carmagnolia from Italy. So I assume they're bred the Karma gene.
Mhm,
If you, I mean,
mhm.
from
Yeah.
Italy, well, yeah,
Okay.
and Nectar was the breeder, so that's why it's Karma Nectar. Because
Right.
of that, yeah.
Ah,
country.
there
So
we go.
Karma seems to be the name of the actual official gene. So the height for the Italian one, the Carmanola, height was 312, and that yielded 16.7, which is quite close, but not as
But
tall.
when you look at the height for the first one was 364 centimeters, and the second one 312,
Yeah.
which is quite big. But then the overall yield, which tons per hectare,
We're
is
about
it
the
maybe?
same.
Yeah,
Is 16.9
Yeah.
versus 16.7. So the
Quite
difference
close.
is, yeah, quite close.
So if they can imagine get the yield up a little on that height one, then that could then make a big boost and turn that into maybe like 18, like so. Yeah, that would be a good then boost. So that you got the Carmagnolia CS, which is similar height 308 and similar tonnage at 16.6. You got the Futura 83 from France, which is height taller, which at 337. But the same yield again as the Italian CS, which at 16.6.
Okay, we're waiting for this one. Let's go.
The
Mhm.
Bialobrexki from Poland.
I don't know about
Lobrecki, yeah.
that.
Labryski?
Bialo
Brzeski.
Breski.
No, Lob.
Ooh.
Bialob.
I just want to know
That'll
what
do.
that letter is. Is that an L, a T?
an
Oh
L.
yeah, because I thought there was something on my
Biolob.
screen.
It's on my
Biotop.
screen.
I
Yeah.
did too. I was rubbing my screen, going, "What in the hell is on my screen?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's the letter."
Maybe it was your screen that you was rubbing.
Yes, right.
Right. Well, anyway.
Well, we
the
tried,
first-
everybody. We tried.
That's from
Okay?
Poland.
Yeah.
That's at 350 height, so 3.5 meters, and that produces exactly 16 tons. So reasonable sort of thing. Again, you got
Mhm.
the Fibronova from Italy, which is obviously their fibrous plant at 304 tall and at 15.9 tons. And then you got like the smaller Felina from France and the Futera 75 from France, who are at 297 and 309 collectively, and they were 13.6 and 13.2 yields. And you've also got a really shit one from Ukraine, which is a USO 31 Ukraine at 285 centimeters.
The
and
USO.
11,
Thank you.
11 tons yield. So there's a massive difference between that and the Common Extra Never ones at the time, at 17. So almost like 6.
Can you just
tons
shout
of-
out there in the chat? Good Third Eye Blind, try and take the piss out of us. He says, no cunning linguists in here tonight. And then 2 fucking lines down, he says, oh, fucking how am I spelling tonight? Yeah, ironic that, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You're
but
not a cunning linguist either. Are you there, Third Eye? He without sin
Oh,
cast the
whoops.
first stone and all that shit.
Yeah,
Bruh.
look that, you cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Or if that's what he said, something like
Anyway,
that.
it's something like that. Something like that, you know.
Oh, my
Might stop
goodness.
smoking for the day. It might be time to start smoking for the day. No, definitely not. Third Eye Blind. Have you got to write anything important? No. So keep smoking. Jesus, it's all good. Don't worry.
We might take that as an
semi-charming
insult
way.
as well and start crying. So
You know what I mean?
be
Yeah.
kind.
Yes. If you don't have anything nice to say, then, you know, just don't say anything at all. You not watch Bambi? Gosh.
Whoa,
Anyway.
whoa.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah.
Oh,
The mum
spoiler alert.
dies.
Yeah, sorry about it. Yeah. Damn.
Would
you
she be
just
classed
ruined
as
it.
Phil? Is that what Phil is? I'm not sure. That's where I get confused. Is
I'm not
Bambi's
sure,
mum
actually.
Phil? Yeah.
She was what she was dead. Until then,
She was
it
delicious.
was a deer.
That's what she
you know?
was.
This has been
Jesus. Wow.
quite the day.
Yeah. Wow. Billy, where are you taking us?
Deers
Gosh.
eat hemp anyway, didn't they? There's a connection.
And then Firetop as well, he also said
Oh
in the
my
chat,
God.
when we're talking about this letter that looked like a fucking smudge on our screens, we all collectively thought that. Firetop said, that's not a letter, it's a sound. All letters are a sound, Firetop. That's what reading is. You know, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but what if you're deaf and mute?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Ner-ter.
Yeah. That's how,
Sounds,
yeah,
so-
they're all phonetic sounds, yeah. But anyway, good news coming out of Europe then. It's pretty sweet.
Okay.
A hemp variety. And I suppose this is just going to be used for textiles and things like that, you know?
Right.
Mm-mm.
Is there a lot of textile companies over like processing?
Not really.
Facilities in Europe
because
for hemp?
no, because
No,
like the
just
rest of
mostly
the
in
world.
Italy.
Well,
I think there's
sorry, Mark.
some in Portugal. I think you'll find a lot of because there's a lot of fabric manufacturing.
But like
or
most
clothing-
countries, it's been outsourced to China. China does a lot of it now.
Oh.
Yeah,
China
but
does
there's a
of the
lot in
hemp growing.
Portugal too for some reason.
Mm.
Because they make clothes out there still. They've still
Yeah.
got like an industry like that. A lot, actually saying that, a lot of Italy's clothing manufacturing did go over there because Italy stopped doing it a lot as well. They outsourced it.
Third Eye Blind says France does does a ton of hemp. So yeah, they do
Yeah, France as
hemp
well.
as well. Oh, I didn't even know it
Oh,
was grown a
France
lot in
and
Europe.
something
That's crazy. Didn't know
Per
that.
hectare.
Yeah, Ukraine used to do quite a lot actually, but obviously
And what happens with the hemp?
not so much now.
Just for textiles?
Yeah.
No, a lot of
'Cause
it's
it's not the
that's where they
same.
get some of the processed oils from to make the
Right.
CBD oils and shit
Okay.
You
like
think
that.
so? A
Yeah,
lot?
yeah, no, it's a lot of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, a lot of the CBD hash is made from it all as well.
Mm-mm. Right, let's
Hmm.
go on to the next
Okay.
one. We got one from Canada.
From Canadian land.
Canada.
That's right.
That's right.
Canada.
This is
Canadian
a
land.
Oh, Canada.
major Canadian study finds strong link between cannabis, anxiety, and depression.
Yeah.
Is this a
Never
good
heard this
link or a
before.
bad link?
I don't know. Well, it doesn't say which way either. A major
No.
Canadian study finds strong link between cannabis, anxiety, and depression. It means when you don't have it, you suffer with anxiety and depression.
Yeah, how about that?
Right.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
But let's see if
Yeah.
we're correct.
Let's find out. An analysis of 35,000 Canadians shows that rising cannabis use and worsening mental health symptoms are increasingly appearing together, with the connection between the two strengthening over time. So I guess
That's
we have
very
our
strange.
answer
That's
right there.
completely opposite to what the Israelis found. Carry on.
The study,
Mhm.
led by McMaster University and published in the Canadian Journal of Psychiatry on February 26, 2026, analyzed data from 2 large nationally representative Statistics Canada surveys of Canadians aged 15 and older living in the provinces to examine cannabis use and mental health outcomes between 2012 and 2022.
Wow.
With the legalization of cannabis in Canada landing in the midpoint of the study period, the authors suggest that stronger products, wider availability, and increased use for stress relief may be contributing to the patterns they observed. The study doesn't prove causation, but it underscores a widening public health issue as cannabis use and mental health challenges rise in parallel. We see
Can
that.
I just pause there
Yeah.
a sec? The study doesn't prove causation, sort of. So that's end of
Yeah.
Right.
end of article
Yeah.
there almost.
Yeah.
really,
So
but
what are
yeah.
you even talking about? You know, what?
Right.
Why is this whole news story talking about the study if it doesn't prove causation? Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, Margaret.
They're saying we see that Canadians who use cannabis tend to be more likely to meet criteria for anxiety and depressive disorders and more likely to report suicidality. We also see that this co-occurrence has strengthened over time, said Gillian Halliday, an assistant professor in the School of Nursing in McMaster and youth substance use research lead at Peter Boris Center for Addictions Research, a joint collaboration between McMaster and St. Joseph's Healthcare Hamilton. So their key findings was the number of people reporting generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive episodes nearly doubled, increasing to 5.2% and 7.6%, respectively. Suicidality didn't change much in adults, but increased 44% among youth. Younger Canadians also saw some of the strongest cannabis mental health connections. The number of people using cannabis multiple times a week more than doubled, while the number of people who reported using cannabis in the last year increased to 20.7%. Canadians who used cannabis at any level compared to those who did not were more likely to meet criteria for generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive episodes and report suicidality. The connection between cannabis use and these mental health prediction or problems strengthened over time. In 2022, Canadians who used cannabis regularly 2 or more times a week were about 5 times more likely to report anxiety, depression, suicidality than those who did not use cannabis. This extends
I
our
feel like
prior
we need more
study.
information.
What do you think we need more
I'm sorry,
information?
Margaret.
No, that's
Well,
okay.
because like they keep saying it's growing. Well, is it the fact that maybe people are just coming and saying it more?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they did say that midway through the study, legalization happened, which meant people might have felt more safe to talk about their cannabis use than prior
Right.
to legalization.
Right. So maybe that stuff was already there happening. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it wasn't being reported, or people just weren't saying it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They did
Yeah.
also note that there are stronger products available after legalization, and that could also
Yeah.
be a certain thing. Because I mean, we've talked about this before on the show, like products like disposable vaporizers or whatever, like the vape pens, are really strong, and those didn't really exist the same way before
Right.
legalization as
Mhm.
well. So maybe there's something to that.
Yeah.
The
I'm
study,
sorry.
this extends our prior study that similarly found a strengthening in the co-occurrence of cannabis use and these mental health problems between 2002 and 2012. Halliday and her fellow researchers emphasized that the growing overlap between cannabis use and mental health problems highlights the needs for earlier detection of anxiety, depression, and suicidality among people who use cannabis, as well as routine screening for cannabis use in mental health settings. The team also calls for improved prevention efforts, easier access to services that treat substance use and mental health issues together, and updates to Canada's lower risk cannabis use guidelines to reflect these strengthening associations. The study highlights the need for earlier detection of anxiety, depression, and suicidality among people who use cannabis, as well as routine screening for cannabis use in mental health settings. It's important for people to recognize when and how their cannabis use may be impacting their mental health and how their mental health may be influencing their cannabis use. It's also increasingly important for health and mental health providers to assess and address both the cannabis use and mental health concerns together. So another thing, I mean, they mentioned that this increase that they're talking about seemed to happen a lot more with Canadian youth than with adults, which could also be I don't know, heavier use of social media than there
Yeah,
used to be.
yeah. We
I mean, there
discussed this
isn't.
briefly last
for
week. Was it
sure.
last week or the week before? How are the
Yeah.
same studies being done with social media? Because that's definitely had much more of
Mhm.
an impact than any amount of cannabis would have,
There's a
in my
huge, a
opinion.
Right.
big court case happening in California right now with a lot of the social media giants.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah,
get
that's what we're
seem to
talking
get
about.
talked about very much, but
No.
just the harms
Mhm.
that's been caused to youth in particular,
They've just
and
banned it in Australia.
also, um,
Yeah.
the world's also kind of like a dumpster fire at the moment. So
Mhm.
there could be
Mhm.
some
Yeah, pretty
anxiety
much.
and depressing, like mental,
So-
like from all that.
I mean, everybody's more
My-
anxious. It must be the weed. Yeah, it's not the constant fucking wars everywhere. Nothing
Yeah,
to
I
do
was
with
going to
that.
point that out.
Like-
I'm just going to say, like, living in Canada probably gives you more anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. If you get it. And the longer
Yeah.
that goes
I-
on, because Canada's changed a lot over the past 10 years, so you're going to get more
Mhm.
stressed about it. Everywhere's changed over the
Mhm.
past 10 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just going to increase all of them factors anyway. It's like
Yeah.
they're not including that. That's
Mhm.
all. It's like, yeah. Also, you need to have an actual issue to get anxiety for. You don't just get anxiety. There's a reason why you're anxious. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like they don't say they don't include none of these shit. So it's like you might be anxious
Yeah.
and worried about your rent because
Yeah.
you can't afford it because you haven't got a decent job. And again, that's because you live in Canada with shit fucking opportunities now because they're just and young people again are thinking, how the fuck am I going to afford a house on this shit wages here for this
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah,
crappy company?
yeah.
Yes, no
That
wonder
cost
they're
of
Billy,
living
living
Billy,
crisis is
I don't know what you're talking
pretty
about. It's the
bad.
weed, mate. It's the weed.
Oh, sorry,
All
mate.
right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been settled in this study that shows no
Oh,
correlation.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's been settled. But John, you were trying to say something.
Well, I was just thinking kind of like on the same thing Billy was saying there at the end was like what well kind of what if they were taking like why aren't they reporting whether they were like okay this person is using it for this problem and now they came to us and they're telling us that this is happening. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So like they're using cannabis to combat the anxiety, let's say.
Yeah.
Because they
Right.
found that it helps them. They're not really telling us that in this study whether or not they're using it to help them or if they're addicted to cannabis. I air quoted there just in case.
Yeah,
anyone was
I
wondering.
know.
You know
They're
what I'm
just saying
saying?
everyone is like depressed or anxiety because of the
Right.
cannabis. There ain't no cause.
Right.
Yeah, there
That's
is
how
no
it makes
risk.
it sound in the article.
Totally.
But are they asking the people actually like, hey,
Probably not. They're
do you
just
have a
trying to
medical
skew it their
card?
way, isn't they?
Yeah,
Because you're using it for that, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Lots of questions.
Who
with some of these
funded it?
studies for me?
Who gave the envelope? As we always like to say.
Yeah, it's listed. It's a lot of names.
I mean, it was done through a university, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but someone
Jesus.
also. Where did they get the university? Did the university get the money from what donor to do what study?
Do you want me to read it out to
Yeah.
you?
Not really.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
advertising some wanking
It's
shit in
there.
it. So no, don't advertise them. No, fuck them. They don't get free advertising here.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, blew up.
you should be.
Well, we did have the last news story here, which was titled, it's from the Telegraph, How Britain's Pubs Are Being Turned into Cannabis Farms. And then I went to read it's got a fucking paywall. So then I'm trying to find one that isn't behind a paywall because fuck you, Telegraph. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's actually not
Since
there.
when is the Telegraph behind
Yeah,
a
but
paywall?
you could almost make this story up yourself. Just read it out your own
Yeah,
mind
exactly.
because it happens
You know
all
what
the
I mean?
time. You know what I mean?
Because and then I've googled it right to be like, oh, I must be able to find this somewhere else. And I searched British pubs turned into cannabis farms, and it's just one after the next. Pub turned to cannabis farm. Huge cannabis farm uncovered in West London pub. 4 arrested as cannabis plants worth 500k seized from pub. Cannabis farm discovered in former pub in Nuneaton. Cannabis farm found abandoned in Nottingham pub. It's like, what the fuck, man? What the
It's
fuck?
because
because
of all
what
the
I
amount
say,
of
like
pubs that shut down.
2,000 pubs shut down or something over the
Yeah.
course of a year or two, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
it was like
ridiculous amount.
they imagine, and none of the properties can then be rented out or let anywhere.
Mhm.
So like that, and I've squatted a few pubs in my time as well. The first cannabis club I went to was a squat in an old pub, like the Lord Napier, which was almost one of the first cannabis clubs in the UK, pretty much. You could go there. You was allowed to buy one Stella Artois behind it because it's a cannabis club, and as much weed as you could buy, but afford. But yeah, it's like cool.
I mean,
Crazy,
you
innit?
could get the article, Mac.
Yeah.
You just put in your email. Just do it.
I'm
Just
not
do it.
doing that. Hey, kiss my ass, motherfuckers. I want your
Yes.
email. You got to give us your email to read our propaganda. No, thank you, Telegraph.
Also,
No, thank
thing
you.
with pubs, you got to remember that there are going to be a constant supply of electric because they ain't going to be on a meter. You're going to have toilets and kitchens and all that upstairs, bathrooms and bedrooms. So you've got like living quarters upstairs for everyone, and you can grow downstairs and then turn all the space upstairs again into other grow rooms. So and they're
Sounds
always
nice.
big.
Oh.
So they're actually nice places to stay in when they're empty and closed. So you'd be surprised the amount of space you got.
But you know,
Yeah, I
the
can
thing
see
is,
why.
as you said, Billy, there's been thousands of pubs closing down over the last few years here in the UK because people can't afford to keep them open. So at least they're being used for something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe
Sure.
the landlord's getting a bit of a swing back in some of the cases as well.
Well, the landlord is usually the brewery. You know, the brewery has
Young's
owned all the
and
fucking
stuff,
pubs
yeah.
nowadays. Yeah, it's a
But how
shame,
do you know?
man. But at least they're being used for something, I say. And it's one of those when cannabis, if
They could be
cannabis is
turned into
ever
cannabis
legalized,
clubs, couldn't they?
Yeah,
really?
exactly. Yeah, I mean, how many of them would reopen if they legalized cannabis? Shitloads
Yeah.
of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we're going to see more pubs closing as well. Because when I go to chess club, right, in the specific pub I go to, and I'm a bit of a posh cunt, you know, I like to have a nice drink. So the pint I get, just a pint,
He has a gin and
£7.50.
tonic.
£7.50 for a pint. How are people
What,
affording
even
that?
in your shitty
Oh,
pubs
wow.
up there?
Yeah.
That's
Seven
like
fifty.
That does
London
sound
prices.
pricey.
And my boy
Everything's
comes with me.
expensive.
Yeah.
I got one.
My boy comes with me, and we get him a glass of lemonade, £4.
I got one better for you. We went
Ooh,
out
you
to
gonna-
eat last night at a nice fancy Italian restaurant for the birthday.
Yeah.
The drinks had no price on them.
Oh, if you have to ask, you can't.
So we're like,
Wow.
I
hate
didn't
that.
ask. So we're like, I'll have this. You know, you guys are having a special cocktail. She'll have this one. Blah blah blah. End of the night comes around. We've had a couple, and I'm like
Uh-oh.
looking at the bill, and I'm like, holy shit, those drinks were like $12.
Ouch.
And our drinks were like the one that I got, man, was
Was that
I don't
tears?
know.
You nearly
yeah.
cried then, John.
It
Must have
was
been bad.
probably like only like a 7-ounce drink. Like it was a tall, skinny glass, probably about 5 inches tall, man, and it was not worth $12. I'm gonna throw that out
No.
there. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Like it was crazy.
We just got to
Yeah,
go back to
that's,
the chat there for a second, because who was it? Was it fucking Coma Stoned out there? Said, did you say you were posh? Definitely the wrong word to have used. I apologize for that. I don't mean to spread misinformation. I'm definitely not posh. All right, but I don't know how to word it. I'm fussy. How's that?
Uppity.
I won't just go to
Snob.
the pub and drink a fucking Carlin because that's piss water. All right.
It was not
So,
the Olive Garden.
I won't drink that. I only want the nice stuff. If I can't have the nice stuff, I won't have anything at all. I won't just have the cheap shit for the sake of it. I won't have the cheap shit. I'll only have the good shit
Right.
or nothing at all. So
No
posh is
piss
definitely the
wasser.
wrong word. You know what I mean? Piss
I mean,
wasser.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's,
mate.
that's why I go to McDonald's to get the high C orange. You know what I mean? Can't have the
Right.
real shit.
Oh God,
I'm
have
not
you
kidding.
seen that?
Right.
Have you seen that thing with the McDonald's CEO and his latest new product?
No, what's that?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't even know
okay.
how to eat this.
I know. He clearly does not either. He's super
No.
excited about McDonald's brand new product.
Yeah.
Damn.
That they tested on you guys over in Europe. Now we're gonna bring it to the US.
That's right.
Shit.
The
But yeah,
CEO is really excited about it, you guys.
Yeah.
yeah, Mr. D
Wow.
Wit in the chat said snob more than posh. Yeah, that would be definitely the one. Definitely a more an appropriate word for sure.
Fair Eye Blind says,
I
"Is
can
Mackie
think of other
secretly
4-letter
middle
words,
class?"
I
but
saw
carry
that.
on.
Middle class? No. Is there even a middle class anymore? Isn't there just
No.
us poor folk
No.
and everybody
No.
else?
There's no
Pretty
such
much
thing as
been-
middle
It's always
class.
been like
Yeah.
that.
Government have pretty much wiped that
Technically.
out now almost. It's
Yeah.
almost non-existent. here.
Fucking chess club and
Mhm.
pricey shandy. Shandy? I ain't a fucking shandy drinker, mate. What the
Shandy
fuck?
Bass.
Jesus.
Fucking lager top.
You're gonna
please,
get a
mate.
fucking time out. You carry on, third eye blind.
Yeah, it's taking a piss now, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
God damn.
like once we get away with like twice now, boy,
Triggered.
getting on the
Jesus.
border.
Yeah, triggered. Triggered.
Yeah.
You triggering the panel. You triggering the panel members. Third eye. We're gonna fucking.
No, just triggering you.
I am a panel member. What the fuck? Jesus. Anyway, yeah, pubs in the UK, they're all closing down because alcohol is far too expensive, and the ridiculous taxes that pubs have to pay nowadays, it's crazy, man. I have no idea how, even charging the prices that they charge for the drinks, I have no idea how they're staying in business, because with, it's paying staff, paying taxes, paying all
About
the
50p
overheads,
a pint or less. isn't it, they're all
electricity,
earning?
yeah, 30 pence a pint,
Rent.
said Fire Top there in the chat.
Oh, right,
It's
there
just
you go. Yes,
it's
fuck all, man.
ridiculous. So we're going to see loads more closing, and if they would just legalize cannabis, loads of them would reopen with 100,000 jobs across the UK, with people going out there to work in these pubs. It just makes sense. In fact, that's the correct direction to go in. But the UK, we don't do anything properly anymore. They're all a bunch of fucking clowns running this country. They ain't got a clue. Yeah, allegedly. I don't think that. I think Keir
Allegedly.
Starmer is doing a
that
great job. I think
really
he's the
alleged?
best prime minister ever. So yeah, thank
Mhm.
you, Keir Starmer, for keeping us all safe from that devil cannabis. We appreciate you.
Right.
That's
I
right.
think I'll be all right.
Yeah,
All right.
that was believable.
Yeah, thank you,
Mhm.
thank you, Margaret. The
I
Grow
think he's
Lad,
a cunt.
Sam in Australia, he said young people in Australia can't afford to drink. And I just seen Grow Lad subscribed 5 minutes ago, so welcome to the channel. Grow Lad, the
Mhm.
Grow Lad from Australia. But yeah, I think it's the same all
Very
over the world.
good.
These drinks are very expensive. They don't want us having any kind of social life where we can go out and communicate with actual people.
Right?
Yes, because
You know
then
what I
we
mean?
might
Yeah.
conspire against our oppressors.
Yeah. But did you hear that shit? Another thing
Whoa,
in
that
pubs
was
in the
deep.
UK. Another thing with pubs in the UK here, they've give out instructions that if the waitresses or barmaids hear anybody speaking out about things they shouldn't be speaking out, any kind of hate speech or any far right propaganda, then they're supposed to call the fucking thought police on them.
Holy
So people can't even go to the pub and just have a
Wow.
conversation with their friends nowadays. If they're overheard saying things that don't line up with the narrative, they're gonna get fucking old Bill called on them, get arrested.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy. But I just
Wow.
want to say thank you again to Keir Starmer for the excellent job he's doing.
Yeah.
And we really
And all
appreciate
the
it.
people singing them songs about him are definitely wrong.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
completely don't
Mhm.
believe he's the biggest
Yeah.
cunt we've ever had in this
No,
country.
absolutely
same,
not.
definitely
No,
not. Definitely not.
Absolutely
He's
not.
been, and I certainly don't believe he's been the worst prime minister ever to step foot in number 10.
Absolutely. Oh no,
Calling them
that
traitors would be
there's been a few
completely wrong
bad
as
ones,
well.
but yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
this guy is and
This
he's doing a
guy.
great job. He's doing a great
This
job.
guy.
All right. Anyway, that's all the news we have. Just go out there and support your local pub if you can. Everybody, join a chess club or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But
But
go and play darts.
do it.
Joining
go
the
play darts,
songs.
play snooker. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trivia night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trivia
the
night's
trivia
good.
night. Yeah, exactly.
These guys that I go to,
That's
they
right.
also have a quiz night. I like quiz nights, but I'm too competitive. The wife doesn't let me play in these sort of games because I can get a bit loud.
A little bit.
But anyway, yeah, that's all
Fucking
the
know
news.
that one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She don't know what she's talking about. That's fucking shenanigans.
Fucking wrong.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, no forum news really. We need to pick member of the month because it's March 1st, so we have to pick member of the month. We haven't done that yet. We haven't decided. The new plant of the month poll thread should be opening up very soon. So we'll let you know who won last month's on the next show. Or anything else when it
Okay.
comes to forum news? We just want to advise everybody to stay the fuck away from Minecraft. It seems to have taken a whole bunch of us by in the grip
In waves,
of addiction. Especially Smee. Fucking hell,
Keep
Smee.
injecting it
Oh.
into their veins, they do.
And one more logging
Oh,
in.
maybe that's what we do, Margaret. You can start a group for us to come and talk about it, and you know what I mean, like an AA group for Minecraft.
Minecraft addiction.
Yeah,
group?
Yeah, Minecraft
Yeah.
junkie group. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Addiction group sounds too nice and clean. These are proper
yeah.
junkies, mate.
You can bring coffee and cookies for us, Margaret.
Yeah.
Like,
Be like, can't be long. I gotta go find some netherite armor. I gotta go.
No, don't do it. Come back.
Yeah.
You don't have to resist.
It's all right, bro. The willpower's there for you.
Yes.
You know, just 15 more minutes,
Chainmail's
Ace me.
good enough.
You know?
Yeah.
Chainmail's
30
good
day.
enough.
I'm 15 minutes away from divorce. I know that much.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta
We
try
can
and not
make
play so much.
30-day coins and shit.
That's plenty of time. Look at the doomsday clock, mate. That's been going for years, and we ain't there yet. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Same thing. isn't it,
Mhm,
really?
mhm.
I think you
That's
guys
right.
probably need better therapy than what I can provide, but
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
there's no help.
Got to
for us.
start somewhere,
There's no
Margaret.
help.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
that's
Oh
yeah,
my
funny.
god.
But yeah, no other news than that. I think that's everything.
Well,
Yes,
there is some Bite Me podcast news.
Oh right,
which-
yeah.
Okay.
Well, just that if you hadn't listened already, Free Nugs was on the show last week.
Oh.
Did you
Okay.
talk about
Check it out.
Dungeons and Dragons?
No, we
No,
did
he
not talk
doesn't
about Dungeons
talk
and
about
Dragons
Boo, boo.
Damn it,
or
man.
Minecraft
Damn it.
or any online gaming.
Damn it.
I know what you're doing.
Fine, Margaret. Fine.
Do not push
I mean,
people towards the gaming.
You know,
Can't help it,
encourage people
Margaret.
to grow and consume cannabis, but no, don't.
It's in our DNA.
That's right.
Stay away from the Minecraft, which is probably good advice because Minecraft seems
Yeah.
to definitely be more harmful than
Yeah, every
cannabis.
time I
is.
hop on here, we've lost another person in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And then you guys are like, you should play.
Join us, Margaret.
I'm like,
Join us.
Well, you got to come in and tell us if it really is a bad thing for us or not, Margaret. You got
Oh,
to
I
judge it. You're
see.
the doctor.
That's right.
You've got to do the
Experience it
research and create a
myself.
study.
You got to come see the house I've built. It's beautiful,
Yeah.
So this
And
was
And
not
John's
like your
castle.
podcast.
but
So-
not Smee's
Mhm.
house.
Hey, leave my house alone. Although,
Smoke break.
what
Smoke break.
house? It's been leveled.
Anyway, yeah. So there we go, everybody. This is more
Well-
smoke break talk. Yeah, check out that interview over on Bite
yes,
Me with
we do
Free
talk a
Nugs.
bit about
Yes.
tolerance breaks and stuff, and that
Sweet.
could apply
Ooh,
to your
nice.
I
gaming
was
life
about
as
to
well.
say this week on the
Ah.
podcast, we
yeah.
had Minecraft
I
tolerance.
see where
There you
you're
go.
going.
Yes.
Tolerance
Okay.
player.
Okay.
Dear me, dear me. But good times, good
alright.
times.
I
If
I
you-
bought the fresh start book. I think I'm going to use it, but use
Yeah.
Minecraft, substitute Minecraft for cannabis. And
Mhm.
do the 30-day tolerance break.
You
The
can
fresh
try,
start.
Smee. You can try.
We are fucked.
Yeah,
I know,
over.
bollocks that. Throw that.
Bring on
I
the
wanna play more.
asteroid.
Give me more.
yeah. So there we go. That's
Oh.
all the cannabis news and events. Anything to add? I think that's about it. No?
No.
Okay. Smoke break.
No.
There we go. There we go. Now we can relax and be a little bit unprofessional now because we were so professional
right.
throughout the news there.
We're starting
I was
now.
going to
Yeah.
say, yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
incredibly professional in that first part.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just a lax Sunday day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Happened
we
this
talk
weekend.
about some
Chilling.
crazy things. I mean, it's Margaret's fault. You know, this only
Yeah.
happens when Margaret's here because when
Oh.
she's not here, we're so professional, Margaret. You want to?
You're so
wanna
professional
hear
when I'm
Yeah.
not here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your bad influence on
Yeah.
us, Margaret.
I'm not lying.
Allegedly.
That's
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now, the listeners know how it is. Like, fuck, you know, Margaret's
Yep.
not there this week. God damn it.
Which means it's all going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we,
yeah.
and we also need you to come over to Minecraft because it might be the same over there. If you join us on Minecraft, things might be so much more organized there, Margaret. You know what I'm saying, come and join us.
Right?
Between
Join us.
you guys and Minecraft and my kids being like, you should get a dog. I'm like,
Okay,
I'm
You
getting
should
it.
have a dog, Margaret.
yeah, you should definitely
No.
get a dog.
No,
Why
Yeah,
not? Why
yeah,
no?
dogs are
What's
awesome.
going on?
I love dogs, but why? What for?
She doesn't
Yeah.
want to be tied
Korean,
down,
she's
Mackie.
saying.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Get one of them ones you can
Exactly.
put in your purse, Margaret, or your backpack.
Oh, aliens don't like dogs.
They don't?
No.
No.
Are you an
No.
alien, Margaret? Is that
Yeah.
what-
Yeah, see
I
that?
never thought I'd
that's
get outed
right.
this way.
Yeah, she
That's
does.
right.
Mhm.
So she's giving herself away again, mate.
More clues.
Well,
Yeah.
More
More
clues.
clues.
Okay.
The smoke break
Clues.
doesn't go out with the episode, does it?
No, that's
No.
right.
Safe.
No,
Whew.
I
That's
see,
right.
see.
Yeah.
Only the live listeners
I
will
think
know.
she's-
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
after
Oh, yeah.
the thumbnail that she was using last week with the robots and stuff, I think she's really a
Oh,
Terminator.
yeah.
That was
and
me,
Dogs
I
don't
was-
like Terminator.
That's
what
I was doing
there.
there.
Yeah.
Leaving little
Mm,
yeah.
He's a
clues.
Cyberdyne.
Yeah.
Wow, Margaret.
But
This is
yeah,
a
dogs have a lot of
High
responsibility.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Doctor
you heard it here
and
first,
alien.
everybody.
Yeah, dogs are a lot of responsibility, and basically you're just
mean-
buying heartbreak waiting to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
That's the
Mhm.
problem.
stop it.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
I've
You
got
are, yeah.
4 ticking time bombs waiting to absolutely
To
snap my
destroy
heart.
you.
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm a
yeah.
goddamn ticking time bomb. It's all gonna end someday, but I'm gonna enjoy it with my dog. And then I'm gonna get another
Hell
one,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah, just
You know what I'm
because I
saying?
know that I'm in for some heartache in the future. That means
Yeah.
to say I ain't gonna be getting one and loving
It's
the
worth
crap
it
out of
for
it.
the what you get. out of
That's
Fucking
it.
hell.
Yeah.
That's it. It's worth
Dogs
it,
They're
though.
my
make our
best
lives
friends.
better,
They
everybody.
really are. They're my best
Yeah.
friends. I love them to pieces, and that's why I was a little bit late today because one of them's not feeling very well. So
Giving it a year,
he
Firetop
been
says,
sick or
before
something?
Margaret gets a pup.
Give him some
he's
CBD.
just
man.
not on himself, mate. It's Chunk, the big dozy one.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, unless he's talking to me and being like, like he's got some sort of tism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay.
There's something wrong with him. And he's not eating his food. So
Yeah, he'll be all right.
call the
There
vet.
you go
He'll
with
be all
these.
right. I'll call the vet and all that sort of stuff. Done what I'm supposed to do, but I'm kind of ignoring the vet and just keeping my eye on him. And he's
I
not
think
been
that's the
sick.
best thing to do. Them vets don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
He's
Fuck
not
them,
been
they just
sick
want
and
money off you.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
It's-
sometimes it
it'll be
feels like
last case
that.
scenario before I take him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, your dog's sick. Yeah, bring him in. We'll keep him overnight. Put him on a drip to make sure that he isn't getting dehydrated. Here's a 1,500 quid bill."
Yeah.
I mean, and
Oh
really,
my
your
God.
dog just needed a good night's sleep.
Yep.
You get stomachache sometimes. You're not well
Yep.
sometimes. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
This is it. He might have eaten
Right.
something on the walk because, as I said the other week, there's neighbours and stuff like that that throw
Mm-hmm.
stuff over the thingies, and
Mm-hmm.
Chunk.
Yeah.
Once he gets something, you don't know. You can't tell. Sometimes he'll just hoover it up. It's
Oh my God.
It's
Don't
gone.
tell me about it because one of my kids' dogs really likes to eat. Really
Yeah.
likes to eat shit. And
Oh.
it
Oh,
is so
okay.
disgusting. Luckily, right this time of year it's frozen, but
Yeah.
if you're not
You
watching
want to kiss me
carefully,
with that mouth?
no, I do not. Not that dog. I really
Yeah.
don't.
God,
Because I have seen what she's eaten, and it is
yeah,
horrible.
man. Don't let your dog lick you, like at all.
Ugh.
Everybody, it's bad respect. It's being like the alpha of the pack. They're not
Yeah.
supposed to touch you with their mouths. It's part of the rules. But man, my neighbor, he lets the
I
dog
can't
like
not.
lick him in the mouth, man.
Ugh.
No, not
Ugh.
that.
It's
No,
like,
that's not
damn,
happening.
man. You
Not
know where
my
that
scene.
tongue's
What
What dogs
been?
eat.
Fuck. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah.
dogs do. They sniff all kinds of stuff, whether they eat it or not. Like some
Mhm.
dogs will eat it and some dogs don't, but they still want to stick their nose in all kinds of
Yeah, I
questionable
don't need to worry
things.
about my other dogs. My other dogs don't really eat anything that I don't give them. But Chunk is like a dustbin, any type of food or
Mhm,
non-food.
Right.
I do water pots. I use Hydroton clay pebbles. I walk into the kitchen one day, I can hear crunching. I'm like, "What are you doing?" It's Chunk. He's got his head in my bloody bag of pebbles, jumping away like they're all sweets.
So he's eating rocks. Is what you're
Basically,
saying.
yeah.
He's eating
He's got
rocks.
rocks on the brain. So yeah, he will eat if it can go in his mouth and has some sort of texture crunch. He will literally do it. Crunch
That's
it.
probably why. Is that
Yeah.
the same dog that's not feeling too well?
Yeah, that's
That's
exactly.
probably why.
So
Because
he's
my
probably
daughter's dog's
Yeah.
the same. Like she'll
and he
eat
was
something and then she's just like not feeling so hot later, and you're like, yeah, stop eating shit. But it's just
yeah.
can't
And this is it.
function.
He was fine when we went out for his walk. He was absolutely fine when we went for a walk, and then
Yeah,
an hour later he was feeling bad. So he's
probably
eating
ate something that hurt his tummy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dogs.
Yeah, oh yeah, he'll be sound tomorrow.
Mm-mm.
Back to calling me a cunt
Yeah,
in his doggy fashion that he does.
as he does.
That's right.
Hey, man. But yeah, don't let your dog lick
Yeah.
your face. It's disgusting. What on earth
Yeah,
is
they
your
lick them
gift, Margaret?
balls.
What gift you have this week, Margaret?
I have a,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It was probably a holdover from winter solstice when we were talking about that a lot, but it's still
Yeah,
winter here,
I
so
think so.
it's still relevant.
Yeah, it's still
Still
cool though.
cold.
I mean,
It's
or are
cool.
you just blowing everything up? That's what I'm wondering.
Magic
right? Like,
power, aliens,
Mm-mm.
doctors. I don't
Very
know.
nice. Very nice.
this is amazing.
Everybody's got these moving avatars. We got to update me. Look at this
I
fucking.
know, man.
He's got these.
I think
still
I'm gonna have to
pictures
have a
and
crash
shit.
course in Billy's School of
Yeah.
Grok.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grok makes these things real easy.
Yeah, it's quite easy. Just got to
Yeah.
get an
It's pretty
imagine
simple.
and then sit, get in there,
Mine is actually a video. It's just sitting really
give
still.
it some prompts.
It's 1 frame per minute.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. Any other shit to chat without going into controversial political stuff?
No, no. Just that Margaret needs to get a dog.
So I've
Yeah,
got-
I don't know,
Honestly,
Margaret. I'm with
lists
you. It's,
yeah.
it's a
Talk
tough
about-
decision to make,
It's a
man.
big,
It's not an
it's a
easy
lot
one.
of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And after my last kid got her dog, she got a dog like I guess it would be almost 2 years this June. And there's all those quizzes you can take online, like what breed would be best for you. And I was curious, so I did one of those quizzes. They're done like by like the kennel
Oh.
clubs or whatever, American Kennel Associations, places like that. I answer all the questions, and the answer I got was plant. I should get a plant.
Well,
I was
I
like, you know
don't
what? That
believe
kind
it.
of
that
checks
sounds
out.
easy. Yes.
I have plants, so I'm good. I'm good for a while.
Mhm.
And I have two
Mhm.
kids with dogs. They both have dogs, so I get my dog fix in all the time.
That's right. Yeah, just borrow a
Okay.
dog.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
Ooh.
they are the
there you
best,
go.
though. They are the best. Dogs are awesome.
Yeah.
My dog's
Yeah.
turning 7 this year. It makes me sad.
Yeah,
You know?
mine's 8.
7.
Yeah, 7.
What year is this right now? My dog's gonna be 13 this year.
Oh wow.
12 or 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard when they get
He's an
older,
old
man.
boy.
It
Yeah.
is.
But what can
Really
you do?
is.
Yeah.
It's still a pleasure to be with them while they're here. Yeah, I've seen a meme
Mhm.
before which says, you know, dogs must think that we're just like these immortal elves that just provide them with food for their whole lives. 'Cause, you know, we're only here for a short period of hours. We're just there the whole time. Crazy.
Mhm.
Shout out to dogs. But anyway, should we move on to the grow guides then? Are we ready for that?
Moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
let's do it then.
Yeah, do it, lady.
So we're talking about the dark side of growing cannabis. Because it's not all fun and games, everybody. I know we make it sound like it's all fun and it's all enjoyable, but there are those times when it is a little bit stressful and it does take up time and responsibility. So it's not all fun and games, regardless of how fun it does sound. And yeah, that's what we want to talk about today. Some of the things that are not the good points of growing cannabis, just to make you a little bit aware of these things, the things that are going to change in your life. And we were speaking about dogs there in the smoke break. And dogs take a lot of responsibility. Like, it's difficult to go on holiday, you know, on a vacation when you have a dog, because you have to be around for the dog. And for me, it's like, sure, you could go get a babysitter and shit, but what does your dog think when you've gone away? And it's like, oh, he abandoned us. We'll never see him again. You know, and I couldn't do that to my dog. So, you know what I mean? I just don't go on holidays
him
and have
with
dogs
you.
instead. Yeah, that costs a fucking fortune. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that's what we're going to talk about today, the dark side of growing cannabis and some of the extra things you have to consider before you fire up a grow tent. You know what I'm saying? So first off, just reminds me of it. Whenever I say first off, it just reminds me of that Tupac song. For those who know, they know. You know? Yeah, first off. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the chat if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, we're going to talk about the true cost of growing. It's not just the setup. Do you want to talk about this section here, Margaret?
Yeah, sure. So the true cost of growing is not just the setup, as you said. So usually when you're thinking about getting started with growing, you're thinking about the equipment costs, because that's sort of the things you have to go out and buy right away. But the real cost is kind of ongoing, and a lot of people don't really think about that or calculate that, because you have like, if you're going out to set up, if you want to set up a grow for inside your house, you need your tent, your light, your fan, filter, probably a few other little things, and those are all one-time purchases. But the electricity is every damn day. The nutrients,
Every
soil
damn day.
replacement, filters, bulbs, equipment wear and tear, those are also ongoing costs that you have to calculate, that a lot of people don't really think about when they start setting up their grow, because they're just thinking about, how much is this light going to cost me?
Yeah.
Yep. I
And
would
the
even throw water under that, because some people have to pay a shit ton for water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I see the
Yeah.
ongoing costs of growing. It all adds up, you know. Still, it's advice that you do it, because in the long run, it's cheaper than buying cannabis, but still, you know, cheaper and better. But yeah, all those prices, they add up. When do you need to replace carbon filters? Because, you know, you buy these carbon filters, they're like 80 quid for a good one, but it's only going to last a year, you know, 18 months at the most, depending on how much you grow with it. And then you're going to have to get another one. It's not like you can buy it and then just, you're good. fans break all the time. That's the thing that I've noticed with growing. You put these fans on, they're left 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the whole grow, and then when you turn them off, they seem to not just want to turn on again, so you have to get a new one. You know, so-
Yeah, those little fan motors don't
yeah.
go forever,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Especially if
seize
you
up.
buy little cheap ones
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for the fans. But I mean, there's the electricity reality, which is you have your lights, your extraction, and your heaters. That all adds up. It's going to cost more to grow in the winter than it will in the summer. Although depending, I don't know. I
You
mean,
gotta run
that's
AC.
debatable. I think that depends on a lot of factors. It can be expensive no matter what time of year because yeah, AC can really add up as well.
But heaters are more expensive to run than AC, right?
I
don't know
know
because I don't run
I don't
AC,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't know.
I mean, you're not running a huge heater if you're using it in, for your tent and your tent room. So I would think that, I mean, unless you're like outside doing this in your garage or something, I would think that the heater cost wouldn't be, it's not like it would
Electric
be
heaters
huge.
are like really expensive to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on what kind of heaters you're running too.
I run 2 in the winter in my house, 2 radiator ones.
Right. I think the
Just,
radiator ones
in
are
different
more
parts
cost
of my house.
effective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But they don't really take my electricity up that much.
Right. The electric ones, though,
compared to,
I would argue,
yeah,
do.
yeah, maybe.
At least where I live.
But right. But if I were to compare it to like what my AC runs in the summer, it's pretty close, really,
Right.
for that part of it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then you're also running dehumidifiers and flour, which can double your power draw. And then you have to understand watts times hours, which is kind of the real cost. And then you have the hidden expenses, upgrading after buying your cheap gear first, which depending may happen sooner rather than later. Replacing burnt out timers, fans, like you already mentioned, Mackie, dealing with pest outbreaks, replacing carbon filters annually. So yeah, these are all things that you kind of have to factor in.
Yeah. And and sometimes with this, when you buy the cheap gear, say your light's running fine, you're 3 weeks into flower, and then all of a sudden the light isn't coming on anymore.
Yep.
You have to replace that light. That's going to be 300, 400, 500 quid, depending on, maybe even more, depending on
What you
which light
get,
you're
yeah.
getting. And you kind of need that. It's not like you can be like, oh,
Just
I'll
a
get
little.
paid next week. I'll wait until then. No, that's not an option. These are things that have to be considered as well to make sure that you do have enough in case shit hits the fan and something important breaks. If your extractor breaks and you're no longer pulling air out, you got about 3 minutes before your house stinks. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Yeah.
you need to keep that shit
Panic
going.
attack.
Yeah, and of course the humidity building up in the tent, the heat building up in the tent if the fan breaks. So, man, it all sounds like fun and games until things go wrong, and then it just gets a little bit fucking stressful, and you have to replace this stuff. I remember when I first started growing and I needed an EC meter because my plants were fucking looking shit in cocoa. I had no idea what I'm doing, and then I find out, you should check the EC. I'm like, what the fuck is EC? And then you do some research. Shit, I need one of those. I got no dough. I don't get paid for a week, and I go to the grow shop. I'm like, yo, bro, look, man, my plant's fucking looking like shit. Can you just sort me a pH meter? I'll pay you next week. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Legend.
Legend.
You know what I mean? Because I was a regular in there, and he knew that I wasn't going to fuck around. And he was like, yeah, sure, man. See you next week. Yeah, so just bear that in mind, man. Unless you got a nice grow shop that will do something like that for you, then you've just got to have a little bit sitting in the background in case things go wrong. Crazy.
I don't know if that would have went over with a light, though.
No,
No.
Can I have one of those micro arrays, please? I'll pay you in a week.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I think
But
not
Margaret brought
today,
up
sir.
an important one here, understanding watts versus hours. So you should be able to figure out exactly how much your grow is going to use at a particular time by figuring out how much each piece of equipment is using and then how much it costs for you to have a kilowatt hour. And you can figure out the price, essentially,
Yeah.
There's Chad Westport in the chat. Chad, we've got to get you on the show. It's been fucking ages. And today, when I went to Google and I typed in cannabis news and started looking, like the third link down was the most recent video that you fucking did, bro. It's like the one talking about seeds with the guy from I can't remember where it was from, but just like in the third thing down, it's Chad Westport video and a Google search. Like, bro, you're making it to the big time, Chad. Gosh, bro, my gosh, remember us, Chad. Don't forget about us. But yeah, we need to get you on the show soon, mate. It's been too long. We need to get you on, have a catch up, talk about some movies and shit. Yeah, Google it. I'll smoke to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what was I saying before Chad distracted us? Gosh, bro. Yeah, so you can figure out how much your electricity costs. So if you got one of them smart meters, then, you know, you can probably figure it out a little bit easier. But yeah, man, figure out how much you're using every day. It all adds up. It all adds up. And those hidden expenses replacing things, man, it's not cheap to grow cannabis. You set all your shit up. You know, you've paid however much you paid for your light, your tent, your extractors, and all that shit, and you think, but it's all good. Now you're growing weed. It's still not for free. You still have to pay, but it's worth the price. Still pay it. Just be prepared that this is one of the things you have to be wary of as you do you grow. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about money as well. You know, it costs money, but it also costs time. This is something that people are concerned about sometimes. Time commitment. You want to talk about time commitments, me?
Yeah, time commitment's the big thing for me. That's why I get the machines I do.
Yeah. Making it as automated as possible.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm.
You know, we was talking about the dogs, and the dogs are a big commitment, as you said, Mackie. And they take up a lot of time. So and growing is a daily responsibility. It's not an occasional effort. You know, you've got your daily checks, your temperatures, your humidities, your plant health observations. You know, equipment functioning, checking all your equipment's running properly, and you know that's just the daily. And then on top of that, you've got your weekly, your training, your pruning, you're mixing your feeds, you're cleaning the runoff trays, the checking for pests. It can become quite a time consuming thing. Worth it, but time consuming.
That's it. It doesn't grow itself, you know?
No.
Right.
No. And then when it has grown, it's time to bring it down. You've got
Oh,
to
God,
do more
yeah.
trimming.
Fucking hell.
You know,
Possibly the worst part about growing cannabis.
We talk about trim jail often, and
Yeah.
it can seem
Yeah.
like that sometimes. You're in there for hours and hours. Just
And you can tell you can tell when somebody's a new grower when they're like, oh yeah, harvest time, and I chop down, and then you can tell an experienced grower because like, oh fucking hell, harvest next week. Oh,
Fuck me, I got 2 plants coming down next
you
week.
know, oh
Oh, God.
fucking hell. The struggle is real. Sorry, Smee.
No, you're right. The struggle is real, and you know the drying, the curing, and you know it all takes time, and the curing especially that can take weeks of daily going to your jar, burping it. You know, making sure you've kept track of how many times you've burped it that day compared to how many times you need to burp it that week, and compared to how many times you need to burp it for the rest of the month. And
That's why I do the bags, man. I can't be bothered with the jars anymore.
Yeah,
You use the
the
growth
growth bags are growth bags are fucking something special. I used to think it was crazy. Like, nah, they ain't gonna do the job.
I did too.
But then growth bags, man, they do the job nice. They do a real good job of
Yeah,
it.
dude. Yeah. And no burping. You just let her buck, baby.
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Very, very cool.
I got
As
some
long as
put
you've
in there
got your
just-
humidity good.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I found I preferred the jars. I don't know. I still prefer the jars. I got some of them growth bags, and I did try them, but I didn't find that they obviously did better than a sandwich bag. Let's just say that. So yeah, your lifestyle factor was going on about it before the show. Holidays, you know, it's difficult to take a holiday. They become really complicated when you're growing. You know, you've got to take into account your flowering time. You're busy at work. Periods where, what if you get caught up at work and you know you should have done this, that, and the other, or your lights need changing, turning off if you like. So things go wrong. You've got timers broken. Your light needed turning off at a certain time, and you want there to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. Because missed days, as we know, missed days can cause issues, hermaphrodite, all that sort of stuff. So it's it's a big time commitment. worth that time commitment.
Yeah, yeah.
You can minimize that time commitment with a little bit of practice, and as you go along, you'll learn to streamline the way things work, like we all have that have been doing it a while.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still that element of time that needs putting into it.
Mhm.
But if you're going to put time into something, put time into that, because the more time you put into it, the better your results can be.
Mm-hmm.
If you can like baby that plant, so to speak, at the beginning of its life, then when it comes to flower, you can kind of let it just do its thing for 8 weeks. It's great. It's really good.
Yeah, man. It does take up a lot of time, this kind of shit does. And like going on vacations or holidays, I could be like, oh, come and look after my house, bro. Look after my dogs while I go on holiday. But I can't be like, and by the way, there's 4 cannabis plants growing upstairs in the tent. If you just water them a couple of times a week, that'd be fucking sweet. You know what I mean? Just can't do it, can you? So this is one of the problems. And even if you got it set up with no plants in it, you can't just have, don't go in that back room. As soon as you're gone, they're going in that back room.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just one of those things, man. If you're growing, it makes things like that much more difficult. And Twisted, R.I.P. to Twisted, the legend, he used to work on the roads, like laying roads around the USA. So he'd be home for
Yeah.
the weekend, and then he'd be away for the whole week in some part of the USA, laying roads and then coming back home again, be hours away at a time. And he had a whole automated setup going and everything. He set up his growth specifically, taking that into consideration to know that he wouldn't be there for the week time, but will be there for the weekends. So that's something that you need to consider. So think about your own situation and how it would work for you. And, you should be able to figure it out and make it run smooth. But those holidays, vacations, why you got to grow on, it's not happening. You know what I mean? And if you got a holiday coming up, say you got a family wedding in August, don't set up a grow thinking it'll be finished in time by like just a week or two. Don't call it close. Make sure that shit's going to be finished a month beforehand, because it will run over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So bear that in mind before you start firing up grows as well.
And the drying and curing.
Mm-hmm.
That might
Yeah.
smell still as well. Yeah.
You know what I mean? All these things need to be thought about before you even start growing. So take those things into consideration. Another thing that people don't consider is the noise, smell, and privacy management. This is on you, John. Is it John for this bit?
Yes. So, noise, smell, and privacy management. I am not someone who has to deal with much of this because I live in a legal state, but I didn't at one point in time. So there's that. So the big idea is this is the part YouTube doesn't show you, everybody. YouTube, Instagram, all that shows you all the nice, pretty stuff. So noise, inline fans hum all the time. I find I have some older ones, and they are definitely worse than the new ones. The new ones are actually pretty decent. At least mine are. They're not as loud. Cheap fans are a lot louder. Vibrating travels through floors and walls. I have that issue with one of my fans. Nighttime noise. I suppose if you're living somewhere where you got to be stealthy, that could be a problem.
And things as well, when you're in bed at night and then you hear your dog bark, you're like, what the fuck is that? Unusual sound that you need to be listening out for. If you've got fans going and you have this like constant white noise, I've had a grow set up in my bedroom before. And, for the first few days, it's loud, but you kind of get used to it and it just becomes like white noise in the background that mutes everything else. And then when you actually take the grow down, it's so quiet. It's like, it's weird how quiet it is. But while those fans are running, you can't hear anything going on around the house. You get used to it. It's kind of like a white noise as if you don't hear it, but there's other stuff that you would hear if it wasn't running. So that's another thing. If you need to be cautious about what's going on around your house, then you got to think about how to make you grow quiet as possible. Noise is a big one. And I've said before on the show as well, remember I used to grow in DWC, but I had to change that because I grew in the bedroom upstairs, which was above the kitchen, but the buckets would sit on the floor upstairs and just have air stones in each one, and it would just be constant bubbling. And when you was in the kitchen, you could hear it. So when people came around, it was like trying to avoid letting them in the fucking kitchen because they'd be wondering what that buzzing sound is. So you've got to take that into consideration too.
Yep,
Crazy.
for sure.
Sorry, John, you were
sure.
saying.
No, yeah, well. Then we're on to smell. So your carbon filters lose efficiency over time, so you should be checking those and replacing them, especially if you're in a non-legal place. High terpene strains are louder. We're gonna use the word louder. I love those ones, to be honest with you. Flowering week 6 to 8 is peak aroma. So make sure your filter's on point around that time for sure. Negative pressure is essential, and what that means is that you need more going out than coming in, just slightly though, right? Just slightly, just to give it a nice little suck in a little bit, so you know everything's going out. Privacy, light leaks at night. Don't need anybody seeing that, or you in your house when you're trying to sleep. You know, visitors noticing environmental changes, like Mackie was saying, coming over and hearing the bubbling, or I suppose. I mean, do you think like certain things like humidity or heat in a room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would be that too. Like people are noticing like, hey, why is it so warm over here?
Oh, why is the air so
I feel
thick
like-
in here? What the fuck?
Yeah. What is going
Yeah, like
on?
I'm in the
man?
Amazon, bro. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
Why is it constantly 26 degrees in your house? What the fuck?
Yeah. What is going on? You got a disorder of some kind? Or
Mind your business.
you
You don't
cold
like
all
it,
the
don't
time?
fucking come round. Nobody invited you.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know?
Oh man. Next up is our delivery packaging management. I give no shits, but most people you're not gonna want everybody seeing that all the time. I don't know. What do you do, Mackie, in this situation?
Well,
I mean, most stuff comes pretty boxed up. You don't know what it is coming from Amazon. Let's say.
yeah. But if
You
it
know
was
what I mean?
something that I would be concerned about, then I'd just go out and buy it and bring it home myself. And because I have dogs,
Okay.
and this is a great idea, everybody, write this the fuck down, right? If you're going out to buy cocoa, then just looks dodgy. But if you get a big dog food bag that's now empty because there's no dog food in it, go grocery shop, take that to the grocery shop, drop your bag in there. It looks like you're just bringing home a big bag of dog food. You know what I'm saying? That's worked for me
All right.
sometimes. You know, kept it covered up, but I've done stupid things as well. Before I had a driver's license and a car, I went to the grocery shop before and bought 3 bags of cocoa coir, 50-liter bags, right? 150 liters of cocoa. Put it on the seat of my bicycle. Just wheeled it home, you know? just walking fucking street with 3 bags of cocoa. Like, what the fuck is he doing, man? The shit I've done in the past is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Is he going to the pub?
You know what I mean? What the fuck? What the fuck, dumb cunt? Fuck. But yeah, that was funny. That was funny. And yeah, delivery packaging. When your harvest is coming, right? See, when it's harvest day, I remember another time. I've been growing for a long time, done many stupid things. I'm happy to tell you all about them, right? This one time, I've taken down these cheese plants, the Exodus cheese, and if anybody knows Exodus cheese, it's extra stinky. This is a loud strain, and I've chopped it down at night, like at midnight, expecting to take till 3 in the morning. No. This took like 7-8 hours of trimming with my friend around the house. And it got warm. So I've opened up the front window in the living room, right? And then we're just chopping plants away. And then the missus, she's going to take the kids to school. They obviously haven't come in the room where we're all fucking trimming up weed and shit. But she's going to take the kids to school. And in the playground, she saw one of her friends. She's like, I just walked past your house and it fucking stinks of weed. Because we're trimming with the fucking window open. It's like, oh, God. Yeah, so if you've got your trim coming up, if you're harvesting or even drying, just try not to order anything from Amazon throughout that week. You don't need anybody coming to your house and just getting it, because there's that, again, with experience, you'll realize the difference between weed when it's being smoked, weed when it's in a bag, and weed when it's being grown. It's just, there's different subtleties to those smells, man. And you can tell when it's weed being grown or when it's weed being drying, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want somebody like that, some Amazon guy who knows the difference and knows a few dodgy people. It's like, oh, this house here definitely just harvested. You know what I mean? So just take that into
that's a good
consideration.
point. Because they also
know.
probably, I don't know, that job doesn't pay well enough to
No.
probably not make your house a target.
But what job does nowadays, you know?
Fair enough.
Got to be cautious of everybody.
If you've got the the possibility of doing it. What I used to do when I was doing it in the house. Now I'm in the shed. It's not as big a deal, but when I was doing it in the house, I'd put a chair in my tent, zip myself in it, and I'd trim inside my tent with my fans on a 10, just sucking all that from my carbon filter.
Holy, just sitting in a sauna.
Well, yeah, I'd have all my
Trimming
fans
away.
on and my extraction and going and all that stuff, so
Holy.
it was nice and cool. But yeah, it'd
never thought of
keep it
doing
from
that.
stinking the whole house out
Mm.
when I was
Yeah.
there. When I was
Take it
doing
into
Yeah.
consideration, man. It's important. It's something that can
Yeah.
easily be overlooked, especially when it's the first grow. You're really excited because you got to your harvest, and you can just get carried away and overlook things sometimes. But just bear that in mind, man. It's gonna smell
Yeah.
a lot, so make sure another downside of growing is you have to prepare for this. It's it's a very crazy time when the whole fucking street stinks. Marcus Paris in the chat said, I came home from work one day, pulled into my estate, somebody been cropping some fire, whole estate stinking. And as we say, it's a different smell. You know if it's somebody smoking, you've
Yeah.
got friends around having a session, that's a lot of weed smoke. You know the smell compared to, wow, somebody's just harvested some good shit. You know what I mean? So, like we say, make sure you're not getting packages delivered around that time.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's right. Do it, lady. Do it.
But next one, burnout and overscaling. Yeah, expanding the
Okay.
grow. Is this you, Billy?
Yeah. Yep. So basically, burnout and overscaling, and burnout is obviously quite a big thing, really, because it does get to you after a while. I'm suffering slight bit of that now, if you know what I mean, because of what I've got to do. If you know what I mean, it gets to you after a while.
Yeah.
It can be a lot of work. So you got to scale it, make sure that it's scaled right, basically. So obviously, if you're going to get bigger tents, there's more plants, there's more lights. Obviously, you've got more yield chasing, and then that just brings pressures over time, doesn't it? Really, especially if you've got a bigger tent, you've got more to deal with. So obviously, that's going to lead to more things like more electricity using. You've got more trimming. Once a thing, it's just more problems, which obviously leads to more stress. But when you've got more plants, so you just got more individual plants to take care of. So like one might need a lot more attention than the others because it's like just needs to be like played with a bit more because it's stretching a bit more or less than others. And so you've got all these things to take because it might be the one right at the back you can't get to properly, depending on how you've done it. Yeah. So you've got all this sort of little things to just stress you out. The burnout signs is dreading your daily checks when you think, oh fuck, man, I've got to check my shit today, like and shit like that. Cutting corners all the time. There's all sloppy cleaning, skipping inspections and shit, sort of thing. So when you've been growing for years, it depended on where you're growing and how you're growing. It can become sort of like just hard work because you're doing it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
So,
don't
like
get like when you're growing in cocoa, innit, where you
Don't
have to
get a break,
water every day, and you want to
Yeah.
take a day off. You want to go out with friends or something, but you got to go water at 10 o'clock. It's
That's what I like about
Man.
the living soul, man. After time, you don't have to worry about it. It is quite more hands off, which is
Yeah.
part of the reason I do that because I don't want the daily slog of that measuring newts every single day. You got to if you're going for the next 10 years, that's every day for the next 10 years. You've got to measure newts.
yeah.
Boy.
You can't do days off.
Yeah.
Plant suffers if you take a
Holidays.
day off.
What are you going to do? You're going to go and have a 2-week holiday. Even your 4-day break to Amsterdam's an issue. So it's like you got to think of all these things ahead, man. So like, when to scale back, when life gets busy, obviously, and you ain't got the time. So maybe that's when you should maybe change how you're growing and what you're doing. Just try and think about what you're doing in that way. When your quality drops as well, like change what you're doing. When you're feeling like it's too much pressure and shit like that. So like, there's lots of things out there, and it does become hard work. All the heavy lifting you got to do, which is what I struggle with sometimes. Just because it hurts, rather than I can't heavy lift, just because it causes pain and discomfort. So you don't want to. It's not that you can't; you just don't want to. Fuck, I know that's gonna hurt. I don't really want to do that. But then you're like, well, if I don't do that, I ain't gonna have no plants.
Yep.
So
Nobody
like,
else is gonna fucking do it.
No other cunt's gonna lift it for you and move it. So yeah, that's lots of things like that you got to think of. Also, is there a perfect size grow for you? You'd only know that once you get to it and you get in like your supply. It's always good to have a little excess.
Yeah,
and
better to have too much
stash
than
it.
not enough, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
just to have like enough for you. You've got to make sure you've got enough in reserve to get you through an entire grow.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to that stage, then you can think, okay, I can start handing out a little,
Yeah.
being a bit more generous, making some hash with it. So, but as long as you've got not like massive surplus and you've got like half a warehouse still, and you're like, I've got like 7 tons of hash, and like, so when you're going right overboard, that's when you know maybe not to use the warehouse and to scale back to your shed again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you got to know, really.
Yeah, and when it just becomes not enjoyable anymore, you want it to be.
Yeah.
It depends on the individual. Some people like things to be challenging. Some people like things to be really fucking easy. But when you find that happy medium for you, just try and stick it at that level. And I always advise, we've advised many times on the show, a 4x4, 4 foot by 4 foot grow tent with 4 plants in it is fucking perfect for any home grower. You should be able to consume that amount of cannabis and be absolutely fine and be able to get to the next grow and still have a little bit of cannabis left. Unless you're a fucking fiend, which is cool. If you are, then get a bigger tent for the next grow. But if you're consuming too much, maybe get a smaller one. You know what I mean? You find out what's right for you. But the best starting place is that 4x4, in my opinion.
There's me and my missus, and I was a fiend, and I could make a 4x4 crop last easy till the next one.
Yeah.
With spare.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 4x4. I agree with
4x4, man. 4x4. And John's there. What you got, Johnny? So yeah, very good 4x4 peasants.
Yeah, I have a polytunnel.
I mean,
you mean
I've
meters,
got a
right?
bunch of sizes. I got 2x2s, 2x4s, 3x4s, 5x5, and an 8x10 room. So I don't grow in all of them all the time, though.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I just use them for different stuff.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Just like Billy said, when you're scaling up, when you're going up to the next level, it's going to be more plants, going to be more electricity, going to be more nutrients, more water you have to move around, more often you have to check, more equipment you're going to need. There's so many more things that need to be added to it. So if you're going to scale up, don't think it's just going to be the same as what you have now. It's going to be more work. It's going to be more time. So bear that in mind before you do it, But still, if you want to do it, if it's the right way, do it, man. It's a great hobby. Grow more if you can, or if you want to. You know what I mean? And then, lastly, we just want to talk about the mental side. Nobody mentions as well when it comes to growing cannabis, because it can get tiring, especially when you're growing illegally as well. It's a different kind of mindset, I would imagine. I don't know. I've never grown cannabis legally, but it must be nice to not have to worry about. 90% of the worries you have when you're growing cannabis is because it's illegal. If it wasn't illegal, then it's things would be a lot different, I think. So a lot of the mindset and the stress for people in illegal places is just simply down to that. Is the door gonna come off today? Can the neighbors hear the fans? Is it stinking too much? So someone's gonna call the old bill. These kind of things, and it can have an effect, man. I'm not so much nowadays, but back in the day when I first started, everybody was growing with HPS. Then you get a helicopter fly over your house, and you'd be like, "Oh fuck, they've seen me. The door's coming off any time."
Yeah.
And you kind of carry that PTSD with you to some extent. Anytime the helicopter flows over, you're like, "Oh shit, are the lights on?" And, it's that's a bit shit.
Hit me with the IR.
Mm-hmm. And like Billy was saying there as well, about lifting pots and heavy lifting, getting runoff up every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, it becomes a challenge sometimes, and that's without things going wrong. That's with everything going perfectly. Everything's all good, but then sometimes things go fucking wrong, and then it becomes even more stressful. I mean, I don't think I've ever got through a dry. Yeah, I don't think I've ever got through a grow for fuck this. I'm calling it a day. I'm not doing it. And I've always got to the end of the grow, but I'm sure it can get to that sometimes. If there's a bad infestation of certain bugs, and you just be like, "Oh fuck this."
Don't even talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to go any deeper than that, John. Sorry about that. And there's times as well, especially growing in cocoa and hydroponics, where you have to keep tweaking the feed every few days, which can become draining, especially if you're trying to, get it balanced, get some kind of stability in the feed. So everything, the EC's balanced, the pH balanced, everything's cool, but it's just not happening. And every day you're adjusting things, trying to figure out what the fuck's going wrong, and you can't find it. So, oh, for fuck's sake, again, 7.8 pH again? What the fuck? You're going to be freaking out. But, it just takes time, but it can get stressful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is just leave it the fuck alone. It'll figure it out, but And then, of course, this perfectionist trap that people get stuck into as well. Thinking that the plants are just going to look perfect all the time when that isn't the case. And it can be disheartening to look into your grow room and find that the leaves are yellow again. And there's been a problem again, or the bugs have got to them. They've got little dots all over the leaves again. And this it can get stressful, man, and it can get disheartening. But it's part of growing as well. So the plants are not supposed to look beautiful. Fine, if they do, awesome. That's a bonus. They're supposed to just grow nice buds. So if they're growing nice buds, don't be too concerned about the way the plants are looking. Some plants grow much better than others. It can be because of genetics, can be because of the environment, and sometimes because you are switched on for some grows and other grows you're not. One of my classic habits that I noticed I would do was I would be really meticulous with everything and just monitor absolutely everything and see that it was all going sweet. Nothing went wrong. So you get a little bit more laxed on the next grow and then a little bit more laxed again on the grow after that. And it keeps going to the point where something goes wrong because you were too lax. And then you're back to the start again about being meticulous. And then it just starts to fade off again because it went well this time. Went well. That was a good one. It was a good one. Oh, that was a bad one. Let's fix it. And it goes around in that cycle. That's what it was for me for a long time. So, just sometimes things go easy and sometimes they don't. Maybe it's down to you. Maybe it's because it's down to genetics or something. But again, these kind of things, it can play on you when you just feel as if you're in constant battle with the plants. But, it goes in cycles, man. Don't stress you out too much. Don't stress yourself out too much with that shit. Yeah. Yeah. Learn something from each grow. Don't be afraid to lose a crop. Because that sometimes can happen as well. Just like Billy said earlier, make sure you've got enough. When you're at a stage where you've got enough to cover a whole grow without growing, like you could start a grow now and finish it and still have weed left from last time, that's good. But if you get to a point where you're going to run out of weed in the next few weeks and now you're starting a grow, then you're going to be stressed because this has to finish well. This grow can't be scrapped. I need to get it to the end. That's going to add more stress. You can enjoy it more if it's like, if it fails, it fails. It's cool. I've got enough weed. I can start again.
Right.
It's not so much of a problem then. It's not so much stress. Take that in mind as well. Yeah, but it's a great hobby, but it's not all fun and games. As I said, it's not all fun and games. It does have its ups and downs. It can be a challenge. It can be stressful. It's going to change certain aspects of your life, depending on legality, of course, about who you can have around your house, what happens when people are around your house. You don't want it to be too noisy with the fans and the pumps, or too smelly, too warm, too humid. So you have to hide it from people as well, which is it's gonna be a little bit of stress, but it's worth it. It's worth it, in my opinion. It's worth it. It's a bit of stress, but what's more stressful? When you're trying to get weed and nobody's answering the phone, and you just buy weed and it's shit, because there's other stresses as well. Or you got to go somewhere you don't want to go because you have to go pick up weed from a guy you don't like. That's stressful too. So you just have to figure out which stress you want. And growing is definitely very worth it. Very worth it. Do it. Do it, lady. Is there anything to... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, anything to add about this whole section here about, just the downsides growing? Anybody can think of anything else that we've missed?
I don't think so. I think we covered it pretty good, man.
It's just, there are downsides, but the upsides far outweigh the downsides.
There's one for
if you don't get caught. Sorry, Smee.
Yeah, there's the unknown. You never know what the downside. There's going to be an unknown downside in every grow. You can plan and plan and plan and see and think you've seen everything. And then someone will come along and you'll be like, motherfucker, what happened here?
Yeah.
Hubris was one
like
for me. Hubris was one for me. I thought I could get away with stuff that you just can't get away with because I've been doing it so long. I can get away with just putting an inch of pebbles at the bottom of my auto pots. I don't need 2 inch. I get away with just that. No, I couldn't. And just not wrong. So all the hidden ones that you don't even see coming, they're probably the things that get me the most now. So even when you've been doing it a long time, you're gonna still see the hidden ones. Ads anyway.
And Penny in the chat said, what was that? Go out at night, even though it's drones at night nowadays, and that's another thing. Back in my day, Sonny, it was we had the fucking helicopters, but nowadays don't even need a helicopter. It's got drones flying around with IR on them. Jesus.
Yeah, that's scary.
You wouldn't even hear it fly by. You know what I mean? You'd be hovering outside your house, you wouldn't even hear the fucking thing, and it's looking at the shape of your plants via the IR. Like, oh, it's definitely got plants in there. And that's just not the old bill. That's the gangs doing that as well. We've covered stories on that. Gangs are doing that shit too. So it's scary, man.
Crazy.
It's scary when you're growing cannabis. Yeah, especially illegal places, of course. And you just take that into consideration too. Can you handle the stress? Can you handle the pressure every day? That doesn't go away. You can ignore it, but that pressure is still there. That concern is still there. But your door might get kicked off. And your whole family is going to be traumatized just because you've grown a few plants. It's ridiculous. So bear that in mind, man. Bear that in mind. Do you really want to step into the kitchen? If you can't take the heat, don't step in the fire. What's the sentence? I don't know.
If you can't take the heat,
Yeah.
get out of the kitchen.
out of the
What are you
kitchen.
talking
Is that the
about?
one? Yeah, I don't do my sayings right. Fuck. That's it.
Pretty
That's, I'm going to say it now. That the way it's going to be said is, if you don't like the heat, don't get in the fire. That's the way I'm going to say
A
it.
new one born on the show.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. That's how I'm going to say it.
Pretty
From now on.
obvious though, but okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty obvious one.
Right then, should we go for the listener
All right.
mail?
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
Let's
it.
do
Do
it.
it.
Listener mail. Right, so we do have a question here from Dave, but should we leave that to the end, or you want to do it now, Billy? Billy's not here.
Go ahead, Dad.
Yeah, I was on mute. That's why you didn't hear me. I didn't notice I was on mute. Yeah, wait until the end. Be
Okay.
more professional.
Question from Dave at the end. Brace yourselves, everybody. Then we have one from Free Nugs. Shout out to Free Nugs. We're working hard
little
every
buddy?
day. We haven't even had a chance to play no Dungeons and Dragons yet because he's just working all the time.
We're gonna get it.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Freenog says. Hope you are all well and safe. If you were going to plant other herbs in your garden around your cannabis, what would you grow? I have a bunch of herb seeds I want to start, and I was wondering what you guys would do for your own gardens. In my last grow, I had some basil, as John would say it incorrectly, and mint growing in the same tent as my cannabis. It all seemed to grow well and make plants happy to have someone else to share the room with. What would you grow? Yeah, and what would you say here, Margaret? Would you grow things along your plants?
Yeah, I would do it.
Would you consider flowers or herbs? What would you do?
I would probably do herbs. I grew herbs last year, because I grew outdoors. I grew herbs outdoors last year too. And I did basil and mint and parsley and rosemary. Those are all pretty great. Although the parsley was probably the most useless of the bunch. But yeah.
It's a garnish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't use it as much. But I also found out that parsley likes cooler temperatures. So it did really well in the fall.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was, yeah. So I think having fresh herbs is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you're already growing cannabis, why not do some herbs in the mix?
And you just don't want anything that's too nutrient hungry. You know what I mean? You want the nutrients going to your cannabis plants, not to these. Like I've said before, we discussed a question similar to this in the past, and I said don't grow any pumpkins in there. You know what I mean? Because the pumpkin's going to take up a shitload. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your herbs are a much smaller plant, though. But
yeah, that's
I see what you're
it.
saying.
Nothing nutrient heavy. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are plants that can add and subtract certain nutrients as well.
Like clovers get nitrogen out the air and bring it back into the soil.
Nitrogen fixation plants or something. Aren't they?
But yeah, man. And it depends on the medium you're growing in as well. I mean, if you're growing in hydroponics, just leave it to the cannabis. But if you are doing living or
Yeah.
super soils, then yeah, plant some extra things in there, man. You know what I mean?
I like
Yeah,
the herbs
you
thing,
can do
though,
it.
Margaret was saying, because, you know, herbs we use every day anyway in our cooking and stuff like that. So if I had, like, no need to go to the supermarket anymore and buy herbs because I've got them next to my plant and it's doing, like,
Mhm.
basil,
Aha!
according to certain sources, repels aphids.
Hold on, what you
We've
want
got
to call it?
shed-
Just it's basil, right?
Basil, yeah,
Basil?
Right. No, basil.
Basil?
basil.
Basil?
Basil.
Basil,
Where is the
basil.
Y?
Basil
There
to
is no
trigger- I
Y
said basil,
in
basil to trigger
basil.
you, Rocky. You nodded.
What letter are
Why?
you saying?
Basil.
What letter are
A-
you saying?
Basil.
Basil.
Basil. If it was an A, it'd be a
B-A-S-I-L.
hyphen above it, right?
Yeah.
So you'd say it would
Basil. Basil.
No, because it's not an R. If it was Basel, then it would be B-A-R-S-I-L. If it
No,
was
it wouldn't
basil,
be.
Basil?
be
Right, you
B-A-Y-S-I-L.
It's
Because
like,
you said
there's
basil.
like the short
I said
vowel sound or the long vowel sound. It's
Basil.
A or A.
There's an A there.
Basil.
What about
Basil.
gray?
What about grey?
Yeah.
It's got a fucking Y in it.
I don't care. Still makes
So-
the A sound.
Yeah, because it's got the
You're-
Y at the end there. It
Okay,
changes how you
first of
pronounce
all,
it.
I'm going to stop
Hey.
you all right there because there are no,
Okay, go.
like, there's exceptions to every friggin' rule in the English language. So,
Yeah.
If
You
you're
can't
a
really-
fascist.
There ain't no rules for the
You
English
guys,
language.
made an S sound like a Z earlier.
oh,
So?
that makes sense.
No, it really doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's basil, all right?
Oh,
Because that's the
basil.
way it's
Like
fucking
basil
spelt.
brush. How
Yeah.
do you say basil brush? You go basil brush. There you go.
yeah, basil brush. Yeah.
Basil. No,
There we go.
sorted.
Yeah, well, in
I
North
don't know what you're
America, we
talking
do
about.
things different.
You
Okay.
do things
Yeah, like
incorrect. That's the
better.
word you're looking for, Margaret.
Incorrectly, yeah,
no,
yeah,
Incorrect.
no, I
That-
think it would
that's the
be
right one.
proper, is the word I was looking for.
Mhm.
No,
It
it's
would be
definitely not
Yeah,
proper.
I'd have to
No,
agree
that's,
with
an,
Margaret
that's
on that
definitely an
one.
English word, though. Proper's an English word. It's a proper English word.
Is
It's
it? You're
Mhm.
claim? You're
Yeah.
staking a claim to the
Yeah,
word proper?
you're claiming
Yes.
Yeah,
it.
mate.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Fucking,
We're
that's
staying
proper,
in
Mr.
that
the
is.
Fascist
whole
now.
language.
Yeah, bringing it back.
Anyway, yeah, basil like repels aphids and whitefly and thrips. So
I just saw that Adam Bomb in the chat said too that something about mint is a deer repellent for those who are growing outdoors.
Oh,
and
cool. Mhm.
oh,
have,
nice.
which I didn't know either. I think that's a fun fact.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
because I've heard that deer
Cheers,
do
Adam.
like cannabis.
Who
I don't
is
have
this?
deer. What?
Oh, now I see what's happening. Never mind.
Was you freaking out, John?
I was reading chat and I was like, what do you mean?
Someone in the chat's about an hour behind and they're
Right.
commenting on stuff from an
Okay.
hour behind. So yeah, I noticed that earlier and it's good. It's okay.
Hooey.
Yeah. So
What were we
and
talking
Penny
about?
Pebble Ripplers also said elderberry and penny royal works. Okay, yeah. So there's loads of different types you can plant stuff with, especially if you're in the living soil. If you're in
Oh, we're getting
hydro,
fancy
maybe
now.
not. You know. But
No.
I would say
We're getting what?
probably not.
what?
I said we're getting fancy now with the
Elderberry?
elderberry and such.
Yeah, yeah. That's a bit. It's a bit much for us folk, I think. But you know, why not grow some? You'll be able to find out what works for you
Yeah.
because you might like a particular thing there, Free Nugs. Figure out if there's some kind of herb you would like to grow, and then if you want to, stick it in the fucking grow
Mhm.
tent. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Even if you have it in different soil, like in pots around your plant, but not growing in the same pot or the same living soil, try that. You know, you could do that too, just because it's always got the light on. Yeah.
And you're
It's
already
kind of nice
using
too because you
basil
can
and then-
preserve your herbs that you grow as well after your season if you're
Yeah.
growing outdoors anyway, just the way you would
Yeah.
your weed.
Yeah,
So,
man. It's very
yeah.
cool. Do it. Grow more, not just cannabis, but other stuff.
That's
If you have
great.
space to grow other stuff,
Yep.
grow that other stuff too, man. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Especially
Mhm,
growing
mhm.
outdoors as well. If you got space to grow shit outdoors, grow everything you can.
Do it, lady.
You know what I mean? Grow some wheat,
Yep.
and then you can use those wheat seeds to feed the chickens, like in Minecraft.
and the,
You know?
and the cows where you can
As
get
soon as
leather.
you said wheat
and
seeds, that's the first thing that popped into my brain, you asshole.
I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Damn. Sorry about that. Yeah, just Just avoid Minecraft, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Yes, I hope that answers your question there, Free Nugs. But yes, you can definitely grow some stuff depending on your setup. Again, do it with the living soil, but not necessarily with the hydro. And you should do well.
Yeah,
And don't forget that it's pronounced basil. Everybody.
If you
It
are
sounds too
uncultured.
posh.
Wow, hurt my
What?
feelings, Margaret. Gosh. God.
You did catch that, did
Yeah.
you?
There is more from Free Nugs here. Oh gosh, bro, gosh, we're gonna limit this down to one question per Free Nugs. That's what we're gonna do. Also, I know a long question, guy. Again, what got you into wanting to teach others about cannabis? I believe the only way to break the stigma is for us to educate others in how this plant helps instead of harms. What made you want to educate others? Fuck, I never even thought I was doing that. You know, just
Yeah, I never looked at it that way either, but if I
yeah.
completely honestly, fame and fortune, of course.
Of course.
Oh,
I was
I'm
about
only
to say
here
the same
control
thing.
Mackie
It's
and
just for
everyone
the
in
money.
chat, really, so, no.
It's for the
Yeah,
gold.
Lamborghini. Yeah, Lamborghini as well,
That's
obviously.
right.
But, yeah, apart
Yeah.
from that. But no, maybe a Tesla now. Then I don't have to drive. I can get stoned and
Right.
let the car do all the work, innit?
That's right.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
we do get a new
For the
one
millions.
every year, so yours is due up. I think, Billy. I think your new Tesla should be arriving in the next couple of weeks, mate.
Okay.
That's right. I got that
So I can
personal
have the
plate you
reject
wanted
back
as
then, yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That personal
Cool.
CUCK. That's what you
Oh,
wanted.
right. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
What they're not telling you is these Teslas are like Hot Wheels. They're like
That's
really
right.
small.
Yeah, well, we can't even afford them, so fuck. You know, so it's definitely not for the
Yeah.
money, Free Nugs. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's just people enjoy talking about things that they enjoy. You know,
Yeah, it's
so
like you have an interest in the topic, so
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it, really. Never considered it as educating people, even though I suppose that's what
I
we do,
mean, it
especially over
kinda
on the
is,
forum.
though,
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
what we do. Yeah, but never really look at it that way.
You're, yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand, but it is what's happening though, regardless of if you think you're doing that or not. You are educating people. You are, talking to people about it, showing them or telling them, some things to do, what not to do,
Yeah, man.
and informing them about medically, what it's done for people and stuff. So I would say you're educating people about it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
yeah.
obviously here to make it more professional as well.
That's right.
Yeah. There's that.
You do a great job of it, Billy.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just enjoy talking about growing cannabis, and people enjoy learning about it. So both sides are
Yeah.
met. You know what I mean?
To encourage
Everybody's happy.
people, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's
as
one of the
well,
things.
encourage-
It's
yeah.
just trying to encourage people and make them understand that this isn't a difficult thing to do. It's really easy to
Yeah.
grow cannabis. You just have to
Especially for
start,
people
and
in
all the
legal
guidance is
countries,
there.
man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so fucking easy for you guys. It's like just start it. It's really simple.
Yeah.
Even if you've only got a little bit
Yeah,
of money,
yeah.
just start saving up that little bit of money. After next year, you'll be growing weed, and you'll be like, "Yeah, that was worth that year of a little bit of saving up."
And another thing
Start
as well
your
is,
weed jar now.
we all learn from the community. It's because cannabis growing has been illegal for so long. You learn from the cannabis growers community itself. So it's like you learn from it. Then when you've learned enough, you're supposed to give some knowledge back, right? Anything I've learned has come from the cannabis community. So it's just right to encourage other people to do the same thing. And then it just keeps the wheels turning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
So
concur.
anybody else want to add to that? Why did you want to teach
No,
others
I
how to
think
grow
we're good.
cannabis? Yeah.
You guys.
man.
Okay.
They're all good.
All right. So we
You
have another
guys.
one. Thanks, Freenox, for the questions there, bro. We got one more from Baker's Bud, and then we'll go to Dave's question. And Baker's Bud, new question, I think. I don't think we've had one from Baker's Bud before. Welcome
I don't
to
think so.
the listener mail, bro. Thanks for sending in the question. I've got one question for you guys. One of my plants is now 2 weeks away from finishing. 2 weeks, but I find myself find myself watering every day instead of once every 3 days. Is this normal? For reference, it's in a 16-litre pot, used to watering 2.5 litres once every 2 to 3 days, and now I feed 2 litres a day. Well, yeah, that's it must be in Australia, right? Because it's going to be extra warm down there. I wouldn't think that would be taking place in the northern hemisphere because they wouldn't be getting warm enough to consume that much water yet. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's 2 weeks away from finishing, so he's pushing through flower, right? So, I mean, I bet my plants drink that at that time,
Yeah.
just sucking it up, man. Or they hit like a drive, right? Where all of a sudden they are just sucking away right before, end of flower like that.
Yeah.
But then it's gonna dip off too, like it'll
Mhm.
just drop right off too.
Yeah.
I almost feel like he's got maybe a little bit more than 2 weeks if they're drinking like that.
That's what I was thinking. If it still can shoot, because as it gets towards the end, it stops drinking so much. You notice it
Yeah.
drinking a lot less. So this is a point where the buds are just fattening the fuck up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
And
it's not.
maybe it's the genetics. It could
Mhm,
be just a plant that's just a really heavy drinker all the way through flower too. Who knows?
Yeah. So definitely not nothing to be concerned about. You know, if the plant wants more water, give it more water. That's what it's asking for. Just give it more. It'll be fine. Yeah. Just that's the way they go sometimes, especially as it gets into the height of flower when it's doing most of the fattening out.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And yeah, give it all the water and nutrients it needs. It will be grateful. You know, produce some nice buds for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
What are you
right.
saying, Smee? You got anything to add to this as a cocoa grower?
Yeah, I'm in exactly the same week right now, and man, I'm supping more than I've ever supped right now. Going through a 40-litre res in 2 days. So they're going
Wow.
20 litres a day, 4 plants.
Across 4 plants, yeah.
So, yeah, man,
Crazy.
this is the time where they really do start to suck up the bulk, and then you'll find like maybe halfway through week 7, coming up to week 8, depending on how long the strain is. It will slow down. But for now, like Mackie said, just keep chucking that food down it and keep getting
That's
it
right.
big
And expect
fats.
to be 4 weeks away from harvest rather than 2.
Yeah.
Because it's looking more like that. But we'll see. Yeah. Put some pictures up on the
Yeah.
forum.
Let us know.
Good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But is that it then? That's all the listener mail questions.
I
We have
think
Dave.
For that.
Sorry, you saying, John?
Nope. I was gonna say we got Dave still.
Yep, we got Dave.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dave sent a small note rather than a question, like because he got let out of hospital, and he said his concentration levels have now definitely gone up because he can concentrate on 2 scissor sisters again, whilst he's multitasking. So he seems to be happy. He just wanted to know that he's created a new PDF file as well, called formerly known as Prince. I thought that was quite funny in its way. He said like he left a note from Zelensky's as well on Twitter, but I'm not sure if I should repeat that because that's a proper ban. But he
This
said he
is
had
a long
joke.
note from Dave. Fuck.
Yeah.
He had a joke here as well. He said a man was, because while he was in hospital, he thought he'd do an hospital joke. He said a man was admitted to hospital today with 25 plastic horses inserted in his rectum. The doctors have described his condition as stable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Bet you had the trots afterwards.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Yep.
That
hospital
Dave,
from
I tell
Dave.
ya.
Yeah.
I think we need to get
Dave.
Dave on an interview.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we should get
I
Dave on
don't
an
know.
interview
That'd
one
be a
day.
ban.
Yeah, we get. This is why we.
Hot
This is
band.
why we have the Airstrip 1 channel for, those kind of things. And Billy, we need to get an Airstrip 1 episode up and running soon because we're going to discuss these files, man.
Yeah.
Gosh,
yeah.
bro,
And all the other
come
shit
on.
going. Yep. we
Yeah.
will. I'll get on Brian's case.
Yeah,
We're listening to that.
that's right. Airstrip 1.
What else happening?
Beautiful. So anything else to add? I think we're done here. Dave's had his question there. Nice little
Yeah.
choke at the
Yeah.
end. Beautiful. Nice. I think
Thank
we're ready
you.
to go to the outro. Anything else to add?
Outro.
Just,
do it.
don't think cannabis growing is all fun and games and it's all nice and easy. There is a downside to it as well, but the downside are far outweighed by the good shit that comes from growing
Yeah,
cannabis.
for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Agreed.
do it. Grow some weed. Let's go to the
Do it,
outro.
Mhm.
Intro song fading professionally.
Very good.
Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, so thanks for joining us as always, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and all that. Share with friends who also want to learn how to grow their own cannabis. Blah, 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 blah. You know, 'cause YouTube hates us. Algorithms in general hate us. So, you know, if you want to help the show grow, then the best way to do that is just to tell a friend about it, if you can. And, of course, the Free Nugs Bite Me interview. He wanted me to mention that again. Yeah.
Yep. Now I'll have to go listen to it after I'm done with the show.
Yeah, he seems pretty hyped about it.
It was great.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
a good
It was
interview.
great.
Jazzed.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, Free Nugs is a good guest.
Yeah, he's been on our show, I think.
Nice.
And he should
Yeah.
be coming back soon when he
Yeah,
finds
you-
fucking
you
time.
interviewed
Yeah, you
him,
got time to go on fucking Margaret's show, but you ain't got time to go on High Homegrown.
Hey,
Huh?
you and I both know. Free Nugs and I are in the same time zone, which makes
Oh,
a
is that what it
big,
is?
big
Sounds
difference.
sounds a bit racist to me, Margaret.
Maybe, but hey,
Yeah,
we're in
maybe,
the same time
maybe.
zone, so
Okay.
you know, it makes it a little scheduling's a little easier.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for real. It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, man, gotta
That's
get some
6
more
hours
interviews.
is no small thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's strange as well. You're still not used to finishing the show so early. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's only 8 o'clock now. It's like, damn, what am I gonna do for the rest of my day other than play Minecraft?
Drink whiskey.
Mhm.
Well, you see, you can
Play
do both
Minecraft?
of those.
I can't
Drink whiskey,
play the Minecraft
play
after the
Minecraft.
panel. I gotta go
Boo.
do cooking. And, well, I'm
Boo.
not really cooking that much, but yeah. We gotta finish the birthday weekend out.
Do it. Nice. Yeah, man, have a good
Yeah.
time. And of course,
I'm
as usual,
gonna.
everybody, if you have any suggestions, feedback, if you got any news stories you see throughout the week you want us to cover on next week's show, make sure you send them to us. You can send them over on Perseus, of course, the Discord server, which is linked in the description down below. Just click on that and head over to the Discord. Join that. It's all free, and you can drop news articles on us there. Or email at highonhomegrown@gmail.com. Nice and easy. Anything else to
Beautiful.
add? I think we're all
I
good
don't
to
think
go.
so.
Yeah.
Right, it's been a pleasure as always, everybody. Stay high, stay safe, and all
Mhm.
that. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Go ahead,
Yeah,
everybody
wave.
wave.
Everybody.
Yeah, wave.
Bye.
Hasta luego.